Good
Hello.
evening.
Why did you sound like Count Dracula?
One.
No, it's not how he does
I don't
it.
know how to do
He
it.
goes, one.
Oh, I don't know. But hey, guys, what's
Good
happening?
evening. Boom skills.
Boom
Skillet.
skillets.
Apparently I
We
can't
got
read.
Kreggers. We got Rubens. We got
Caleb.
Caleb's. What's happening, guys? Hope you
Hello,
guys are having a
hello,
good time.
hello. Look, you remembered.
What? Hello, hello, hello.
No, you remembered Best Whiskey.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yep. We're going to start off tonight here in a few minutes with that. How you doing? How you feeling?
I was feeling fantastic.
The Texas bullshit got you again, huh?
Well, so I think it started last night because I was not tired.
Boom, DJ, what's up?
So I read till 2, and then I tried to go to sleep, and I was up till like 3:30.
Why did you end up staying awake? Because you even woke me up. I fell asleep, and I
Up
never
there?
fall asleep early.
Oh,
Here's your copies.
I was reading a good book, but I just wasn't
Oh,
tired.
no, I didn't realize Beth's reading some sort of pornographic book.
And I wasn't
Keeping
tired.
her up till 2 o'clock in the
So
morning.
finally at 2, I was like, okay, I know you only have 4 chapters left, but you got to go to bed.
Did
So
you
I
finish it today?
did today. So I went to bed, but then I tossed and turned for an hour and a half.
So it was 3:30-ish by the time you fell asleep,
Yeah,
you think?
My back was bothering me.
And allergies are just kicking your ass tonight.
Today I started sneezing early this morning.
So cedar in, like,
DJ.
Texas, man, I've talked about this multiple times here in
It's not just, it's all, they call it cedar fever, but it's all
it's
of
all
the
sorts
pollen
of bullshit.
from the trees.
Cheers,
Juniper.
baby. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Welcome to the Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and that's
Beth.
Beth. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, so it's just one of those things, man.
And I
But
started
it knocks
sneezing.
you on your ass here.
I started sneezing this morning, and I sneezed all day. But then, literally, I left work at like 3:45.
Yeah.
Immediately, like 15 minutes later, coughing and sneezing and having to
Left
clear my
work,
throat.
moved from one room to the couch.
Yeah. I left work.
Lloyd,
I left my office. Is that better?
I left the office. Just say I just left the office.
Oh, yeah.
But
You
it's
guys
just
get to
this,
put
like,
up with that for a
weird-
little while.
Thing. Like, you're not sick. It's just crap in the air here.
And
And
it's not.
it's like cold.
It's not like you have a fever, but your chest is super uncomfortable.
And by no means am I comparing us to
Oh gosh, no.
somewhere like Minneapolis
Nebraska,
or whatever.
Alaska,
But it's like 40
Ohio.
and gray all day.
It has been. It's been definitely a winter day.
Just a shitty. It's just a South Texas winter day.
Yeah. Well,
Alex, what's going on? Chuck, what's happening? She'll get better.
Chuck,
Don't worry, we're gonna drink our way through it. It's the plan.
air purifier inside your house. We've talked about it.
We have a
We have a dehumidifier, but that's not an
which
air
helps, but we don't
purifier.
have an air purifier.
We did
and
that. I
think
don't even know where we
definitely
would
need to
have put it though.
get right next to the air dehumidifier, I guess. It's like
Or do you
on
put it in your
top.
bedroom?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's like above where the dehumidified air comes in, and it instantly transitions into
the-
the.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's worth a try. Well, here's the thing too. So it hasn't been this bad before, but what I've read was the longer you're here.
The worse it gets.
Yes.
Because it builds up in your
Yes.
system.
So
Fuck this. We're moving to Florida.
there's hurricanes there
I don't give a shit about
and
hurricanes.
crocodiles.
What about if we just went for like half the year? Like we could
be snowbirds?
but is it snowboard? Are you a snowbird if you're just like going like horizontally across the country?
Well, it's still warmer there than it is here.
Yeah. 72 and beautiful all weekend.
Yeah.
It's
So
my
I mean, we
coworker
would still
said
be
so.
snowbirds. We'd just be like, Javon, we're not.
no, we're not sick.
sick.
No, it's just
It's
allergies,
allergies.
here. Like I'm fine. I feel fine.
Yeah.
But I just remembered it right before we came on. I took another allergy medicine that I have to take.
Oh, you did? That's
Yeah.
good. So, but here's the thing: I'm dosing. I'm double dosing.
Yeah.
I'm doing a 24-hour Zyrtec D, which is supposed to dry me out, and I'm doing a 24-hour Zyrtec, one at nighttime, one in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing a nasal spray. It's a steroid nasal
And
spray.
a rinse and all
I
the
did a rinse, and oh, good gravy! It felt like I drank hot sauce because it just stung my throat the whole time. I was like, at least it didn't clog my ears up this time.
Yeah.
That's a win.
You know what? Your hair
I'll
looks
take a-
pretty.
Oh,
I
thank
like
you.
your outfit.
Thanks, babe.
Looking hot.
You're sweet. I'm not, but you're sweet.
You are too. You look good. I had never seen that sweater
I
on
haven't
you.
worn it before.
I really like that sweater.
Thank you. It's that
cool
in the
little
closet for like
zipper,
9
Little
months.
zip up.
I
9
think
months.
I think I got
Where
it
the
right
fuck
at
did
the
you
end
get
of last winter. It was in my Stitch Fit box.
You want to know how Beth and I met up? Ruben asked. How did we meet up?
Dave Matthews concert.
We met at a Dave Matthews concert back in
2000 and 4.
2004.
2004. We didn't start dating till 2005.
Beth was still married at the time.
I was separated. And I had just moved to Phoenix.
Or yeah, separated.
And Anne had an extra ticket. And she was like, come along. It'll be a chance to meet some people.
And I didn't remember her name.
For like ever.
Yep. So we actually have a Beth and Greg, the bar is open, married life, where we go into deep conversation
I make fun
on
of
how
him.
the fuck we met.
I make fun of
And
him.
all the bullshit that we'll be releasing sooner than later.
Well,
so.
I mean,
Oh, sorry, that question was for Nico. Oh, but hey, you're welcome for us sharing.
thanks for asking.
All right, so go out, check us
Beth
out on the
rushed into
bar is
Greg.
open. with
Yes, you
Beth
are
and Greg
correctly. You are correct, Nico.
on all the socials, all the places.
All the shows.
I'll upload the show, tonight's show, out. Normally it's the next day, and you can check them out, like the actual audio portion of it on all your Spotify and your iTunes and stuff. And then evidently, I think I mentioned this last week or on Wednesday rather. So iTunes reviews are big, but you can evidently do Spotify reviews, and it's just like it's just a rating. So go out, hit us up out there. If you don't follow it, follow it out there.
Gotta fix my chat board to the live chat. Gotta thumbs up it.
Gotta do the thing. Everybody, go out, give it the old thumbs up while you're sitting here.
So Javon said his allergies are bad during the spring.
Well,
Yours are kind of bad during the worst. Are yours bad during the spring?
Not anymore because I've done all the
Done 3 years of your allergy shit.
Done allergy stuff for the last few years.
Well, here's what's funny. So I take allergy shots, and I was telling, she's like, you're pretty, you sound like they're killing you right now. I was like, yeah. And she's like, cedar, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, she looked at my paperwork. She's like, cedar's not even in your serum. And I was like, interesting. She's like, either at the time it didn't test very high. She's like, we probably should test you again. I was like, fuck that, because it's expensive as hell.
I'm telling you. You like what I just did there? I switched up cameras tonight. You didn't even know.
Oh, I did it.
So we're gonna mess around with another camera tonight, another camera angle tonight. So we're gonna jump into the Beth's whiskey review. Friday night whiskey review. What do you think this one is?
Ruben said, I heard Greg was a male model for a romance novel covers, and Beth was at a convention and fell in love right away.
I could be a...
You could.
No, back in the day, I'd just be like, it'd be like midget porn. Like,
no, it wouldn't. They wouldn't know how tall you are in a cover.
No?
You're making people drink now.
Oh.
No, that was nugget porn that makes people drink now.
Oh, fuck. I knew I forgot something. I pulled that audio clip.
We said nugget porn.
I pulled that audio clip.
Yeah? What'd you say?
To save it.
What did it say?
It says nugget porn. Let me drink. Give me 1 second. I'll play it off my phone.
All right.
Give me 1 second.
Craig reminded you, if you change the camera, please look into the right one. So here's the thing tonight, Craig. He made it easy for himself. It's only facing me.
Yeah.
Nugget porn shocks me a little bit. Nugget porn shocks me a little bit. Nugget porn shocks me a little bit. Does shock me.
Nugget porn shocks me a little bit. So that's going to be a new audio clip coming soon. I totally forgot to put it on the board, though.
Greg was wearing vampire makeup and a Fabio wig. I'm not a Fabio fan.
No,
I don't like hair.
No, she saw me walk out.
However, The Witcher, yes. His character with his hair.
Of a bedroom, saw my tattoos, and instantly fell in love.
Negative, Ghost Rider. I just instantly fell in lust at that point. And I was like, I gotta leave. And I left.
That guy.
No, and I left, didn't I? I was like, and I'm out. Peace out, bitches.
What do you think we're doing tonight?
Whiskey.
Which one? This has been a recommended one. Multiple
Bailey's.
times.
I don't know.
Basil Hayden.
It's close. Basil Hayden.
Basil Hayden.
So it's funny because they were saying on Wednesday, I think Bill said that was one of his favorites.
Yep.
But he hasn't been able to find it.
Dude, there was like a dozen bottles. It was like nugget porn. There was like a dozen bottles, at least at our liquor store.
Probably get some.
And the funny part is I just tasted it a minute ago.
Yeah.
Next door because
Travis has it?
Travis has it. So this is Basil Hayden, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, artfully aged by James Beam. So Jim Beam Distilling Company.
Oh, really?
So these are your flavor notes. It's right. I like it how they put these ones on the side of the bottle.
Yeah.
And it is a cool bottle because it's got the little band across it, a little Basil Hayden, right? It's kind of cool. Sometimes you always wonder, like, so with like wine, oftentimes you got to be careful, like when you get a wine and they've got a really flashy
Label.
It's
not necessarily true. That's not always true.
So
I've had it happen. I've had it go both ways.
this one is notes sweet brown sugar, black pepper, and charred oak. And a little, I'll let you figure it out. So finish is dried fruit. So let's give it a shot. Let's open this Viet Chup. You want to get those?
Sure.
All right. Dole out some ice. I hope you guys are all having a good night. Get yourself a little.
Hey, so it's the first Friday of 2022.
Yeah. And
How many times did you write 2021?
none.
Me neither, surprisingly.
I didn't have to.
How many cubes do you want, babe?
3, because I gave you 3.
You gave me 4 and you 3.
I can't open it.
That's what she said. Give it here.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Use your pencil.
I want to break my pencil.
You'd rather break your teeth?
At least I have dental insurance. I don't have fucking pencil insurance.
But you have nice teeth.
I don't have pencil insurance. God
Nugget
damn it.
porn, Chuck said. Nugget porn. Drink.
All right. You want to pour it?
No,
Here, you
pour
go
it.
ahead and pour it.
No, you
Go
pour
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
The pouring is your pleasure.
Whatever. All right.
That's just how
So
we do things
Basil
around here.
Hayden.
Don't go changing shit up, bitch.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Oh, DJ's going to send Bill some if he would like him to.
Of what?
2 fingers of this stuff.
Got a good color to it.
Oh, it does. It's pretty. It's very
Yeah. All right. Basil Hayden, honey.
Basil Hayden.
I do like the cork thing. I think that's
I do
a
too.
thing for rich people. Like I grew up.
You mean it makes you feel fancy?
I've never. Keep in mind, I'm along this ride with you, right?
Right.
Like, we've had a bunch of different bottles, right?
You have to add a shelf.
I'll take that one down. We just got to drink through them. But I didn't know they actually used. Excuse me, cork
A
versus.
lot of
like
them do, actually, if you
twist
look at them.
cap. Yeah, absolutely.
Cork.
They're all
cork,
the
cork.
good ones are cork.
Maker's Mark's not open. And
That one, yeah.
the Japanese one is, it's not a cork, but it's
It's like a plastic
cork.
kind of cork. Yeah. So, cheers. I ain't fancy, Chuck.
fancy.
Cheers,
Cheers.
baby. Cheers to you guys. Happy Friday. We've got a bunch of fun shit to talk about tonight too. So we're just knocking this
Sorry,
out
guys.
so that I can use this camera for Beth, because this camera only lasts 29 minutes and 29.
And Chuck knows
59
for
seconds.
sure that you're not fancy because he knows us very well.
What do you think?
Oh, it smells really good.
This is the best whiskey review camera.
Ooh,
Jazz, what's happening?
that's really
You doing
smooth,
good?
actually. Here comes the throat burn.
That's what's clearing out the COVID.
So she just had this on
But if you
New
just put
Year's.
it in a straw and you fucking
Oh, could you imagine that? Okay, again, you have all these
alcohol and an astringent
you have all these
pain receptors? in
no,
your
like
nose?
what do you call it when it's like hocus pocus medicine? Like
Oh,
wives' tales medicine. Put some hydroperoxide
No,
in your.
that isn't wives' tales. That's Dr. Peter McCullough.
Then you need to ask how much you're put 2 capfuls of hydrogen peroxide in
Write it
8
in the
ounces
boards,
of water.
guys. If you
I'm like,
know,
that seems like a
if you know,
lot.
write it in the boards, because you guys, everybody
Explain
watched
why
the
you're
channel.
saying this
So on Drinking Bros Plus on Joe
for people who
Rogan,
didn't see it.
they talked about like cleaning out
Yum.
your nasal passages, right?
Right.
And using like saline rinses and stuff like that, right? To help make sure you're
That's good.
maintaining like a good, clean upper respiratory, right?
Right.
Which is your nasal passage and stuff like that. They said basically, Chuck said just leave it on the camera too. So there you go. He just wants to look at your boobs.
Can't see
Dude,
my
we've been
boobs.
best friends for years, you bastard. You can't even see me. I'm looking at the goddamn camera. I'm looking at you, Chuck. But no, it's like adding a little bit of peroxide or a little bit
Right.
of
But you're
betadine.
guesstimating.
Like you can. I said a cap.
You said
out
2
of-
caps at first.
Well, I did. I'm like, do what you think is
I don't know.
reasonable.
I'm like, I'm not gonna go try and shit when it's all
What do you?
attached to my head.
Chuck said wasabi.
No.
That's a Steve-O thing, man. It's a Steve-O thing.
What is made with cinnamon liqueur and maple syrup?
Who said that?
Nico,
that Jess
somebody
or Nico?
for the breakfast food lovers. I just got Cinnamaple.
Cinnamaple.
It's a breakfast whiskey made by.
Santan Spirits. Is that out of Arizona or something like that? Santan sounds like that's
It
a
is-
very
it's-
Arizona thing.
There's a brewery. That's why you're thinking that. There's a brewery in Phoenix called
Yeah,
Santan
that's
Brewery.
true. Yep. So what do you think of this?
It's good.
This is probably what I had it without ice.
Ooh. Ew, I think I
just-
gotta have it cold.
well, it was because it's cold as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I like it better with ice.
It's good.
That is.
Can you please be my Vanna and hold the board?
So we've got Four Roses, which is last week's 5-3. Of course, you're going against Angel's Ebony, which is your all-time high 7-0. Glenlivet, similar to Glenlivet, I would say. And that was a 6-9.
In my head, I was like, this is a 6-9.
You think that's what it is?
Mhm.
Cool. Good deal. I mean, I think that's totally fair.
Yeah,
This
really
one?
good.
Deal with this one and the Glenlivet Founders Reserve.
Yes.
The Glenlivet Founders Reserve was right at like $38, $39. This was right at $38, $39.
Oh, okay.
So that's not bad for a.
Again, we are cementing the fact that I really like bourbon.
Yeah.
I've not had a bad bourbon. I think all my ratings for bourbon have been like.
They're the upper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say the lowest so far, Hibiki, but that's pretty much.
I need to try the Buffalo Trace again.
Yeah, absolutely. We just got to find it. Oh, they had one at the fucking place, but I wasn't going to buy 2 bottles.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Jameson, of course, is a 3. Honey whiskey. That should
I
probably be lower than a 3, but we were at the hotel.
Oh, and we had
Craig's
been
wedding.
drinking, and we were happy for Craig.
So there's a
and the
lot of things
missus,
that came
yeah.
into it. Exactly.
Happy for Craig and Amy. We had been drinking gin and scotch. Or it's
No,
not
we
called scotch. Yeah, we had a single malt, didn't we?
No,
We had a
because they
single
didn't
malt.
have any. Oh, they had that.
We had a
little
single
one.
malt. They didn't have whiskey. They had
That's-
single malt.
That's one place. So say goodbye to this camera because this one's going to shut off.
Bye, guys.
Bye. And we're going to go back to the main camera.
So here's where I think if you're going to use that camera, you need to put it behind you so that I'm looking at the camera and talking to you because I talk to you. I look at you when I talk to you.
You want to see it again? What does it
No.
look like when you talk to me?
I don't know. I can't look at it.
It looks like that. Just look over there and just imagine your eyes are this way.
Stupid. You're so
Look
stupid.
look at your monitor.
Babe.
That's what it looks like. Right? That's exactly what it looks like. It'll switch. Come on, man.
So I went to the gym 4 times this week.
Fucking nice.
It
It's
went well,
awesome. I
yeah.
was thinking the same thing for this week is like I need to make a concerted effort to hit like 4 or 5 times a week.
I'm hitting 4. I'd like
Get
to
back
roll to
into the
5.
habit.
I just have to figure out if day 5 is going to be a Friday or a Saturday.
I'm thinking
Probably a Friday.
Saturday or Sunday.
I'm thinking Friday
Because
because
we do open mat, jiu-jitsu. What are you guys doing? How's
So-
your
I told you last night when I got home that like the workout exhausted my shoulders. I had such
So
a fucking hard time putting a bra on today. Like, cause I was like, oh gosh.
dear God,
I almost
my
did it
arms
like,
don't work.
I almost did it like when you wouldn't cause you weren't a girl. When you
When
were a
you put
little
it on the
girl, you
front
put it
and
on
you
front and
switch it.
twist it and then put your arms through it. I was like, I give myself 2
No,
more
that's
tries.
how I did it when I was a kid.
I give myself 2 more tries and I'm doing it like a
My man boobs.
11-year-old.
My moobs. Jess asks, what's the taste difference between Basil Hayden's and Angel's Envy? This is a little, this is me personally, I think this is actually a little bit lighter flavor.
I do too.
Like it's,
I really like Angel's Envy though too.
yeah, it's just a little, what I mean by that is like,
They're very similar, except there's a couple flavor notes that are different.
yeah, and I can't call them
I
out
don't
'cause
know it well
them out.
enough
Yeah.
to be able
That
to
was
say.
our first bottle of that, so I'm just not
Our
sure.
first bottle of this too. So
Yeah. First bottle of this too. This is my second taste. I had one right before, so they're both great.
you can't go wrong with either of them.
Yeah, they're both great.
This one's giving Angel's Envy a run for its money though.
You rated it a 6.9? I mean 6.970. Come on.
I mean, I really like this.
There's no
one.
takes backsies.
I'm not giving take backsies. I'm just saying my palate's changing. Oh, that was so deep.
No, you're getting better at fucking figuring out your whiskeys.
Chuck said, "Brah," and I didn't know. I
Brah.
didn't know if he meant it like the thing I wear or the guy from California. That's your friend. Bruh.
Oh,
What's
like,
up, bruh?
What's up, bro?
The bruh.
What's up, bro? So we're gonna get into some of the stories tonight because one of the funny things is I named this show "Bad Parenting" for 2 fucking stories, and I think if you haven't heard this one, this is mine, and then Beth's got another bad
I
parenting.
did do
story.
fireballs. He goes, I think
When?
the tipping at the Friday night in I'm totally where the fuck did we go for Craig's wedding?
Maryland.
Thank you. Good gravy. He goes, I think the tipping point That evening was when Beth started doing fireball shots. Yeah.
No, the tipping point was when we all started passing around fucking.
Yeah, I got a glass of it with ice, and I was like,
well,
I can
no,
drink
there was the
this.
fireball, but everybody started drinking.
No, I did fireball, and then I started doing the apple
fucking
pie.
Ross caught it. Lung AIDS. He got the one bottle that somebody fucking spit in, or something like that, of the fucking apple.
And he was already getting sick.
Shit. He
was already getting sick because remember he was coughing on the way home.
Dude, I hugged that guy on. They dropped us off at our hotel. How did we not?
You didn't lick his face.
Lung AIDS.
You didn't lick his face. I mean, unless you spit in each other's mouth, I don't think you have to worry about it.
No, that's true. Yeah. 3-4 hours close contact.
Close.
But how did Jables not get it?
She was mad at him that night, so she wasn't kissing him.
She was mad at him. Yeah.
He foobarred.
He didn't do anything wrong.
He thought he got a hotel room and he had nothing for them.
He said, call Greg. Greg will get you a room. Got him a room.
You did get him a room, but by that point she was like, I'm going to murder a motherfucker.
Room said Ross has a compromised immune system because he was a dirtbag for so many years. Fucking right, dude. The apple pie. I see the way I'm treating this, like this is actually going to help Beth. I think it's an astringent. It's going to clear the throat.
Here's the thing. It's not burning my throat because I think I'm pretty much burned it off when I did the nasal rinse. I was like, you weren't in there. You were outside.
What if you just put this straight
and
in
I was
like,
oh my Lord. I like almost didn't do the other half because it burned so bad.
Swallow it.
You have this thing about sticking weird liquids up my nose.
Yeah, just a little cum. No big deal.
Ew. 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 You're so gross. Ew. Oh.
Bad parenting. Let's get into this fucking story.
Yeah.
You ready? All right. So this one, it took me, I literally thought when I originally read this, I was like, the mom threw her drunk kid in a trunk. But no, that's not what it was. So I went back and I had to reread the title of this. Excuse me. So Texas mom charged after teen child found in trunk of car at COVID-19 test site.
Wait, what? Say that again?
See, I had to do that same thing. Active listening, honey.
I know.
Texas mom charged after teen child found in trunk of car at COVID-19 test site.
Okay, so hold on. It's a teen. How the hell did she get this person in the trunk?
Said, motherfucker, we got to go get you tested.
Or die. Wait, she put him in the trunk and then went and got him, like, opened his trunk so he could be tested?
Right.
She's a fucking idiot.
Let's go through this. Let's unpack this, as they say. At a Houston, and the worst I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm never amazed. I'm never not amazed.
This is psychosis. I don't remember the terminology, the psychosis thing that's happening with fucking, generally speaking, normally thinking people that is going on right here, right? Somebody read in whatever that term was.
They're doing bath salts.
It's like, yeah, I mean, they might as well be eating each other's faces. A Houston mother whose 13-year-old child previously tested positive for COVID-19 is facing charges after the teenager was found in the trunk of her car at a drive-through testing
was
site.
her testimony. I was worried.
My glasses over there.
Was her testimony. I was worried he was going to make me sick. He has COVID.
Yeah.
Put a mask on the motherfucker.
I found my normal glasses. Well, you can say that in the mic. Thank you very much.
You're really going to have to get better about grabbing this shit before the show starts.
My eyes are going bad, guys. Sorry.
They're bad.
These are my fancy glasses.
I like you in those glasses.
All right, now I can read. So Sarah Beam, 42, is a teacher for the Cypress Fairbanks Independent School District, is charged with felony endangering a child, according to court documents. So CFPD was alerted that the child was in the trunk of a car at a drive-through COVID-19 testing site earlier this week. Law enforcement conducted a full investigation, resulting in a warrant for her arrest. All right, so this is what happened. So the incident occurred at this testing site. A police officer said she was gathering information from the vehicles in line for COVID testing when she confirmed with Beam, the mom, that a child was in the trunk of her car. Beam allegedly told Gordon that child had previously tested positive for COVID and said she put her in the trunk to prevent her, the mom, from getting exposed again while driving to the stadium for additional testing.
Why didn't she just put a mask on her kid? Or a mask on herself?
When Beam unlocked the trunk, Gordon saw the teen lying down. Beam was informed the test would only be administered if the kid got moved back up into the car.
Well, at least they tested
Investigators reviewed surveillance cameras and confirmed it. Dude, if we're at this point in fucking life where you're locking your fucking kid.
You're supposed to do anything for your kid.
Yeah, I think that's we don't have kids. And I know that's fucking terrible, bad parenting, right?
Chuck said her excuse was, well, I currently do not have COVID and I want to continue to not have COVID. So I'm going to need you to sit in the trunk of the car so you don't breathe towards me.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that kid was like, I mean,
that's like strapping grandma to the roof.
The kid's not the brightest bulb in the bunch. If he's like, or she is okay, I'd have been like, then we're not going to get tested, bitch.
Jess said, we wanted to lock our kids in the trunk at some point. Seems like a good excuse. I understand that. I 100% understand that. Like, that makes sense, right?
I mean, you want to, but you don't. That's the difference.
You don't.
That's the difference.
This bitch did.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
But then again, I grew up in an era where, like, riding in the trunk might be kind of fun.
Mm.
No, absolutely. Like, but I also...
Riding back in the station wagons was fun,
that
not
was
the
absolutely
trunk.
fun, too. But nobody knew that it would be probably just as dangerous.
It wasn't dangerous.
To ride in the back, get rear-ended.
I know, but
that was back in the day when, like, steel was steel.
Can't you get
Yeah, exactly. See, Ruben, that's exactly how I grew up.
What?
You said, it sounds like a lot of you didn't grow up in the 80s.
Yeah. I mean, you sat back there and it was the coolest thing. And
we drove cross country in a Pacer.
What's a Pacer?
This little piece of shit car.
I gotta look this shit up.
5 of us.
I'll look it up on my phone so I don't mess this stuff up.
Back in the early 80s. I think I was 5 or 6.
Pacer. P8.
This is Jess did not make she made another good point.
What?
I mean, she also probably waited in line for one of those things for like 3 hours.
I don't think they're that bad.
Oh no, they were. I saw a video of one and it was like fucking like forever long. And it was absolutely 3 hours.
Oh, they used to call those things Pintos too, didn't they? The Pacers?
Pacer, Pinto, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours was black.
Our neighbor had one. Or not my neighbor, but our friends.
Sewed curtains for it. She also sewed curtains for our van.
Oh my! Yep, your mom was white.
She was very white.
That's what I just.
What's that a fucking? What's that mean? She probably could have crocheted them too.
Yes.
She knitted
She
curtains
probably
for the
could have.
van.
Your mom was so white.
We had one of those big I don't remember, the Ram something or other vans, like not a kidnapper van, but like had
Sprinter van?
No.
Back
like
in the day?
Big vans. Like big van. Had like multiple rows and shit.
Yeah, my brother had one when he had all his kids.
A little bit. That was like a plush one.
Oh, did you see their van?
Oh yeah, the beige one.
Yeah, they had absolutely all the blue upholstery.
Yeah.
I think
ours
it was pimping.
was like, but ours wasn't.
Oh.
Ours was like, you stuck to every seat in that fucking thing. And then my mom got in a really bad car accident. She got hit head on.
Oh shit.
And the thing is with vans, like those vans were like the engine was kind of underneath and like you're basically right in front of it. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh.
But nonetheless, van curtains. We also traveled cross country with parakeets. 2 cages for parakeets.
Oh Lord,
hanging
that
in the
had
windows.
to suck balls.
And they took out the back row seat and laid down shit tons of blankets so kids could take turns
taking naps.
They kept one seat, the double seat, took out the big one. There was no fucking seatbelts, but we drove cross country so many times.
There were no seatbelts in it. Well, there were seatbelts in our cars, but nobody used them.
I don't know
and
why
they weren't really apparently because now my understanding is they weren't very effective because they just were lap belts and
Chuck said that's better than beef curtains. You're goddamn right.
I don't need to know. It's okay.
So that's my bad parent story. What's your bad parent story? And do you have video for it? Because the cable fell on the floor. Get it with your toe. Got it? She took her shoes off. She's like, it's going to be hot up here.
I just pulled my mom. My mom used to do shit with her toes all the time.
Did she ever pinch you behind your arm with your
No,
toe,
but on my
with her
leg.
toes?
That woman had a mean-ass pinch with her toes. I was like, bitch, what is up with your weirdness?
Did her toes look like your dad's?
No. My mom had pretty feet. My mom had feet like me, but pretty.
Show off your feet.
No, I'm okay right now.
Only feet fans.
OnlyFans.
We've got a OnlyFans.
I know, and I need to work it because the title on that account is Greg and I put some. Greg and I put some work into it.
To what?
To the name of my OnlyFans page. It's
What's it
kind of
called?
funny. I'm not telling it on the line. What
how
was
are you going to share it? How are you going to make any money if you don't advertise it?
Because perverts will find me anyways.
This is true.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait till we get to the fart
explain
story.
to me. Though this is okay. So again, parents, right? Parenting. So if your kids play sports, how? I understand that you're into it, like from a standpoint of cheering your kids on and wanting to be good.
We have a lot of parents that are on the boards right now, right?
What is it? Why is it that some parents get so carried away they get violent?
I don't know. I can understand. Like they're just that. I think it's a fucking like they're living vicariously through their kid.
Possibly, but that's still not a reason to get.
It's
violent.
not a reason to get violent, but I think they're so fucking invested, and they're like, my kid's gonna be the next Tom Brady,
No,
the next fucking Tamaguchi.
When I asked you the other day, we were somewhere, and I said, "How many of these kids do you think will go pro?" And you're like, "None."
Like
Where were we?
0.000%.
Oh, we were at your jiu-jitsu tournament, and I was like, "How many of these guys will go pro, like fight in the UFC?" And you were like, "None." And I was like, "Really?" And you were like, "None." It's too hard. So okay,
yep. It is literally like it's like pro football out of college. Like you guys probably know the statistics more than me from the sports standpoint. But being in martial arts for years and years and years, I know pro fighters. I don't know UFC pro fighters.
Right. Well, there's a
Justin
difference.
Governal is going to be fighting on UFC channel, but
Well, that's cool.
Not for a UFC fight.
Event. Right.
So, certain things like that, but getting to that echelon
I know,
is
like
fucking
when
small,
my brother, so my brother was a football player. He did track. In middle school, I played volleyball, ran track, played basketball. My parents were very involved and very, like they were at every game.
But what would be so
then I was on dance team, and it sounds funny, but we would have competitions, and my parents would be totally into it. Like my dad knew the routines. It was hilarious because he saw us practice so much. But they never in a million years would have gotten carried
Ruben
away.
said 1.6% of college level players will get drafted to the NFL. Think about that. 1.6%. There are thousands and thousands and thousands.
A lot of them come from A&M, though.
Well,
I'm kidding, but a lot of them do come from A&M.
Well, no, even of that school on average, 1.6, right?
I'm just because I'm.
She's a brat.
I'm an Aggie.
A few of them come from Arizona State too, and it's
like
a much bigger school.
And they're not very bright.
They probably have communications degrees, just like me. But fuck you, a degree's a degree.
Yeah, and they dated 3 girls at one time because there was so many more girls than boys.
That's how I was.
I know.
I know.
I
didn't. I only had one girlfriend through all of life.
So I asked this because a King County man, earlier, like this week, Monday, pleaded not guilty, which I don't understand how he could plead this way, and I'll show you the video in a second.
He just said overly competitive parents are assholes. I've seen so many examples. I think it's just like
wait till you see this one.
Each other, but there was another. So there's this story, and there's another story of like a mom who was like punch her out, and she like knocked this girl out. This like basketball player on the court.
This wasn't even.
She walks up and just like.
This was just taking his anger out on a referee.
I know, but this one, and in this instant, this was like a few weeks ago.
Right.
And the mom was just recently charged.
Good.
Because on video, you can hear the mom going, punch her. Right? And she fucking like knocks the living shit
daughter
out
did
of
or the mom did?
The daughter knocks the living shit out of another player.
That is some great just upbringing right there.
Fuck you.
Right? So this guy, he pled not guilty. But
Chuck said his mom and dad got kicked out of games.
But probably not for hitting somebody.
Or tackling the ref.
So Mark McCullen, 31 of Kenmore. Hold on, I'm gonna give you some background on this fucker. He's 6'6" tall, weighs more than 200 pounds, and is a former basketball player himself. He turned himself in. Let me tell you, this gentleman that he attacked was a 72-year-old.
Jesus
referee.
Christ. It's like my dad refs basketball games. Or he did, used to.
72-year-old referee during a middle school basketball game on December 16th, pushing the official from the back to the ground. That makes it
ran up.
It looks so much worse than it sounds. The referee wanted to stay anonymous because he's worried about backlash, because that's what happens to everybody these days.
Fuck that.
When he had a broken nose, 2 fractured ribs, and injuries to his face.
So he got smashed on his face.
Oh, yeah.
Just like slammed him down.
He didn't even see the guy
blindsided.
coming. Yeah. He didn't even have a chance to put his hands up. And this guy, this is the thing. So this is what makes me angry, because
What's happening to
this
dude?
guy is going to try to say, which dude?
The father.
So he turned himself in. He's been released on bail. He's pleaded not guilty. But here's the thing. This guy in 2015, let's see, domestic violence charges in 2015, but those were dropped after he completed a crime adjudication program.
This guy's got an anger issue.
You think?
This is one of those guys
and I
that
guess
needs to have
what somebody
like
said they
another
heard him
father just
say,
bring him out behind a fucking basketball
and
court.
beat the living
the lights
crap out of him. Apparently, okay, so some kids were scuffling. They were having a scuffle. It was a competitive game. And the refs were just about, they were doing their job. They were breaking, and I guess the ref touched his kids when he tried to, touched his kid when he tried to separate him.
Like,
and he was like, nobody touches my kid. Okay, so turn it on. You can't hear it.
It's fine. So who's this? Is this the dad?
No, this is I think he's the attorney.
All right. I really need to work on getting the audio figured out.
I know. I was trying to see if I could turn it on so you guys could hear it.
DJ said he saw a dad get arrested for fighting the ump at a fucking T-ball game.
Yeah, seriously. Something is wrong.
Me?
Okay.
Like,
I'm going to fast forward a little bit. See if I can.
It's fucked up, right? Let's get to the fight.
Okay, so that's the dude.
That guy?
Yeah.
Chinese guy?
No, that's not reported. That's the dude.
He looks like a little bitch. How big is he?
He's over 6 feet tall and he's 6'6", over 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is.
Oh, he just ran in and fucking hip checked him. Yeah, he needs to get his fucking ass beat.
And then he pushed that kid.
And he's like, what are you going to do? What? He needs to get his ass beat. I got a whole bunch of people.
I'm assuming that's his wife that probably came up and grabbed him and was like, look at this kid. I mean, this guy. He broke his nose.
Dude does that shit for $10 an hour.
Well, if that much. It's high school. I mean, middle school.
That's what I'm saying. That shit, you ain't getting that shit.
When he broke his nose, I guess, because his nose had a big laceration on it. So I'm assuming.
It's lucky he didn't fuck him up even worse than that, because.
It's lucky there wasn't a head injury.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they've always said, you're going to jam your nose up into your brain. It's not that. It breaks your fucking orbital.
I know. Well, there's no.
Between your eyes.
There's no reason. Okay, you can turn it off. It's just starting over. There's no reason.
Bad parents, man. All you good parents out
I understand that he wants to support his kid, but yeah, this man clearly has anger issues.
Anger issues. Fuck that guy. That guy's got issues. If he's already had to go through that bullshit.
Well, and I don't think that you should be allowed to drop domestic abuse issues because you took a course.
Right?
Maybe you should go to therapy and then you get the issues dropped or the charges dropped. But yeah, he pleaded not guilty. I don't understand how he thinks he's going to get found not guilty.
I was protecting my child.
Yeah, fuck that bullshit.
Fuck you.
The guy, after they got him up, like the ref,
his face was broken.
His face was broken, and everybody's like, the kids are over there trying to make sure he's okay.
Did they just cancel the game?
I'm sure.
I imagine, right?
I'm sure they were
because
like, game over.
Dickhead dad over there ruined the day for fucking 30 kids and fucking 80 parents.
Well, he also ruined his life if he gets found guilty, because that's assault charges.
Good for him.
Stupid people.
No, I agree. It's one of those things that people just can't keep their shit together anymore.
No.
It's interesting. It's really interesting.
I think it's gotten worse.
Nope, it's off. See?
I think it's gotten worse.
Cheers. One more cheers.
I already finished mine.
Damn,
it was good. It was yummy.
You only want one or you want two?
I'm going to say one right now. In a minute, I might say two.
All right, good.
Because I'm starting to get that 15-minute whiskey buzz.
Good. Let's just let that ride.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. So the next conversation, this may take up a long time. We'll see.
Okay.
And I was thinking about this because at work, we're changing, not that we're changing a bunch of things at our office, but I imagine a lot of places is we've got the COVID rules, the vaccine. We don't have mandates at our office or anything like that.
Oh yeah, we have mask mandates if you're not
vaccine mandates.
Yeah, but if you're not vaccinated, you have to wear your mask.
I'm going to go through that here in a second. So
Ugh,
in
good
our,
gravy, these
are
shoulders
you gonna
killing
die?
me. I think I'm gonna have to go to bed at like
We
11:30.
got a little. Look who we got here.
Enema? Is that like enema?
Well, that guy's going away.
Didn't you say we got 3 downloads in Russia?
Yeah, dude, we got 3 downloads out of Russia. What the fuck? It's probably that guy.
I mean,
But that's all. No, that was off of the audio stream.
Ah.
So, we're getting hit by Russian bots.
again.
I
Oh, they
deleted it.
detracted their message.
I deleted it.
Oh,
No, my question is this. So,
yes.
this is the question. Is COVID the new taboo thing to talk about at work?
What do you mean? Like you're not supposed to talk about it, but everybody's talking about it?
Everybody's talking about it in the news and the
Well, why is it so?
Ether.
Explain.
but is it the taboo thing to talk about at the office?
So wait, you're confusing me
talking
because
about-
taboo means you don't talk about it.
Let me qualify it with
Okay.
with your vaccination status. The reason I say this
Yes.
is because I don't have it. You don't have it.
Well, and here's the crazy thing. So we've got Slack where people can voice their opinions. You know who they are. We
Mhm.
have this board. It's called
JS, employee job satisfaction.
yeah. And
And that's going
that
away.
one's anonymous. That one's anonymous. So you could say whatever you want, which I think is kind of, I get it. But at
It's
the
like
same time,
Twitter.
if you're gonna rip someone a new one, be man enough to put your name attached to it.
Yeah.
I did see people on Slack who were pissed at vaccinated people who are mad that they have to update their vaccination status because it's a very private
Situation.
decision.
That's what I mean. And I'm trying to figure this out, right?
But people aren't talking about it like in meetings. Like
That's what I mean.
this is the thing. People
Is it the taboo situation?
will
like-
talk about getting COVID, and only a few people talk about if they're vaccinated or not.
That's what I
vaccinated.
mean. Maybe it's the vax part. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I got COVID. Right? Is the
And then some people will say,
part,
I got COVID and I was vaccinated. And other people just say, I got COVID, but they don't share whatever, however.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
I
know
I don't share.
I do.
My boss knows.
My boss knows. I don't advertise it
No.
that I'm not that, but I don't get. If somebody were to ask me, I'd be like,
Yeah, I'm not going to
Yeah.
lie or be afraid of it, but I'm just not willy-nilly about telling everybody my business because it's my business.
that's my business. I don't tell people I got the fucking flu shot either.
Yeah, well, I'm not telling people I got laid last night either.
And maybe the thing is,
That's nobody's. It's in that same.
Are people just proud of
Some people are,
like those people that are like, I got my 19th fucking
and I still got
jabby jab.
I still got, but it was just a cold.
We're definitely getting this one fucked up tonight. This show is getting
A negative check.
the COVID. Go out and hammer the like button if you don't mind. Well, before you leave.
So
Or
I
before
don't
you
have.
kicked
I
off.
mean, literally. So we used to have these Monday morning huddles, and it was just a huddle. Talk about anything but work.
Mhm.
You get anywhere from 10 people to 40 people.
Yeah.
And you definitely like. Let's say one of them that I remember was like 25 people. And a few people were talking about how they got COVID, and they were like, "And I was vaccinated." I was like, "Oh," but nobody else was like, "Oh, I'm vaccinated. I wonder if I'll get it," or like nobody else was sharing their vaccination history.
Yeah, right. Like if I could absolutely like we have the flu shots.
Well, here's the thing.
I can absolutely get the flu again.
You can get the flu. I could get the shingles vaccination and still get shingles.
Yeah.
However, if I get the shingles vaccination, I'm supposed to
You
get it
can
on the
AIDS
weekend.
vaccination, still get the AIDS.
There's no AIDS vaccination, dumbass.
Never mind.
Such a bitch.
My bad.
You made me lose my train of thought.
Oh, good grief.
Damn it. What was I saying?
No, so it comes back to like what are you guys seeing? Is really just think about it.
Craig, I didn't really get laid last night. I was up till 3 a.m. reading. That was just probably could have, but you were asleep on the couch, so probably maybe
I
not.
wasn't asleep, but I was laying next to you when you're like, I can't sleep.
I know, but you said I woke you up when I came out at 2 a.m.
No, I was watching TV.
You told me I woke you up a minute ago. Okay, when you go back and
woke me up when you fucking. I was already in bed and then you rolled over.
I
and
thought you
go,
were talking about.
I can't sleep.
I thought you were looking at your phone. I'm pretty sure you were looking at the chive still.
Everything was down,
Mm.
shut down, shit.
You
down.
weren't asleep because you don't hear anything. You don't even hear your alarm right next to your head when you're asleep. True story.
I didn't hear shit,
Yeah.
but I heard that. So
Oh.
I wasn't. Maybe I wasn't quite asleep yet. But nonetheless, again, it was my thought today when we were talking about so they're shutting down this anonymous, and it's not a negative thing. And I use anonymous. It's just like kind of like
It's not. It was supposed to be a board to allow you to speak your mind without having to state who you were.
and it got a little people were naming names about people or
I don't think that's because because a lot of the comments were like, I can't believe I've never seen anything derogatory on here. I've never seen blah blah blah. Here's the thing.
I'm gonna be
just
straight up
honest. It's bullshit because only the bitches go on there. The people
we
with sand in their vagina go on there and say,
we absolutely call it the Twitter board for
you guys work me too hard. Excuse me, you're making what now? They make like $45,000 a year for being on the phone. Their
brand new
first year with USAA. I mean, that's not too shabby. Come on, come to fucking work.
Full benefits.
Don't expect to be promoted in the first year that you work for the company. Can you tell I led people? Don't be expected to. And here's the thing: you and I have gotten turned down for so many jobs, and we didn't become babies.
Dude, I've been turned down over 20 years.
I haven't made senior. I've been working my ass off for senior for what, 2 years now? One day,
but it happens.
One day,
but eventually it'll happen.
Well, until it happens, I'm not going to sweat it. I have a fucking job with benefits.
Sweat it.
For one night,
For
one night, I get pissed.
You fucking and then you just hit that fucking bottle of Basil Hayden.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's who I am. I mean,
then you cry a little bit.
I don't cry. I didn't cry the last time. Then I
go for a
like
walk.
2 or 3 days. I have a bad attitude. I'm like, I ain't working shit, bitch. I'm gonna go take a nap right now.
I've been here for 22 years. I do whatever the fuck I want.
I'm gonna go take a nap right now for this hour and a half lunch.
I'm gonna read 14 chapters of my book.
But
that's a normal thing after 22 years. You
dust yourself off. You're like, maybe next time.
And then we talk about
But I don't go on the board and be like, I can't believe how hard I work and nobody appreciates
No, we never put shit like that
and
public.
I really feel like nobody understands my needs. I mean, that's what they do on this fucking
No,
board.
you're not fucking
So
wrong.
there's a part of me that's like, whew, finally, good gravy. You're still going to get to speak your mind. Your name's just going to be attached to it.
That's the thing.
Nobody's going to have a bad word to say.
Have to fucking,
Nobody's going to have a bad thing to say.
But I found the Slack thing today.
Oh, the hashtag where you work?
Okay, so we got to keep it a little.
They don't. You have to have access.
I know. So this one is not private.
Okay, then blank that out.
No, I won't. But you just got to think like, okay, on the Slack
He always
channel.
tells people about getting laid anonymously.
What's that?
Chuck says, I always tell people about getting laid. Yeah, Chuck. I don't. For some reason, I totally believe
Celine,
that.
we're good. Hey, Celine, can you tell him to get another 6-pack of beer, like Coors Light or something like that? I'll pay him after.
Hey, what?
Travis, go to the store.
It's my friend. She's my friend.
She's like, that's friendship. That's our next door neighbor, Celine. She's like, hey, Travis is going to the store.
She's my friend, and then she's my neighbor.
We love you.
We do love her, and I love her girls.
But no, it really is funny because it's one of those things. It's like, okay, so now you're going to take the anonymity away, which is
here's
the Twitterverse, right?
Right.
So think about if we did this to fucking Twitter, and now your employee number,
my social ID,
your real name and / address, or your real name and something.
So here's the thing:
was attached. Would you say half the shit you're going?
I will tell you that. Okay, so
or are you that? Are you that brazen and you're willing to do it?
Can I give you? So I think there are going to be a ton of people who never post anything. The ones talking shit and talking about how bad their life is. The people who post and still have an opinion are going to be educated and very professional opinions.
And precise. They're going to have backed up statistics.
Like I told you the one today where the guy was mad that he had to give his vaccination status. He was very eloquent. He was very on point. He had reasons why it was important to him. He talked about, he's like, so I've literally relied on the voice in my head that tells me right and wrong. And every time you ask for my vaccination, the voice in my says, it's wrong that they want this from me. He goes, this is the voice that when I decided to the military was like, yes, this is what you want to do for your country. This is the voice that when I know I could steal something and get away with it, tells me no, it's not a right thing to do, you know? And I was like, wow, dude, this was awesome.
That's your,
But he said it so
core value.
He said it to a point where, like, if I was,
where'd you read that?
On Slack.
It was on Slack.
And if I was like one of the AVPs and I read that, I'd be like, dude, we're going to move you up right now because you're fucking brilliant.
Well, the thing is, you're just thinking. You're thinking things through.
Well, right. You're not reacting. You have a thought, you think through it, you talk through it, and then what's wrong?
No, I'm just reading. Go ahead. I'm listening to you. I'm just reading.
If everything I posted was based on my work code of conduct, then no, I wouldn't bother posting anything. Because here's the thing, how I feel about certain stuff doesn't represent who I am as an employee. Because I can have very bad opinions about shit and still be a good employee because that's my work ethic.
So I keep my opinion. I try and separate, like,
I don't give opinions often.
I don't either. I keep those to myself.
Because I know
Oftentimes.
I know where it's going to get me at this point.
I'll voice them to people that I know can
Yes.
try and make a difference.
Or people I trust.
And very specifically people I trust.
Right.
Which is one of my leaders and my boss. I've known him for years.
Ever. Right. Well, before he was your leader and your boss, he was
We
your
were
friend.
One of our good friends.
Yeah.
He and his wife even.
And you're still good friends, but you are able to separate
Yep. We have to
work
do it.
and personal.
Absolutely. And we're just, I'm lucky in
Right.
that sense. So
Because you know each other's work ethic, though. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like okay, so
I don't know why they.
how do I say this professionally? Like, not professionally, but you guys know the fun that we can have outside of work being crazy, but you know that when each of you come into work, it's work.
It's business.
It's not, yeah. And so I think that's how you guys separate friendship and work and party and work. And, but like my boss, if my original boss that caused all my issues that I almost left, never would have told him shit ever.
Because you don't trust that guy.
No.
So that's another thing that I think comes up with this is I read something earlier and I don't remember who had I don't know if it was like a Dan Holloway quote or no, wasn't it, or he posted or something like that. It was very specifically tied to trust. It's like basically once you was it a Colin Powell? I don't know, but it was basically once you lose the trust of your troops and the people that follow you, you failed as a leader.
Well,
and you can never
and that
regain
fits in every profession,
right? And that is absolutely 100%. And I'm lucky that
well, you can regain it. It takes a lot of work and a lot of new people on your team.
you have to you have to go to a new team and you better fucking fail fast. Like it's I guess it's the adage of like the first or the second lieutenant that just fucks up. Like you can either have a really good first lieutenant or second lieutenant, or you can have a really shitty second lieutenant, right?
Well, I'm sure there's both out
Still
there.
a leader.
They're both out there. That's
And
the world that we live
lieutenant
in.
is like my dad was a fucking E9, 22 years in, 23 years in, senior fucking master sergeant, right? Whatever the fuck he was. Master gunnery sergeant, rather.
Okay.
But a second lieutenant still outranked him.
Right. Well, right. Because
But
it's ranking.
that kid, that 22-year-old kid, is not going to talk over my dad.
Well, no. Well,
But
because there should, from the 22-year-old, there should still, regardless of your rank, there should be that respect for a man who's done it for 22 fucking years while you were still in diapers.
Mm.
You know?
100%. I don't. Yeah. We're getting glitched.
So Ruben said, if you have to shock people, if they ask you about your vaccine status, ask them if they like it in the butt. That should shut them up for a while. I mean, I don't really think I can ask that at work, but yes.
No, we can't. But this interesting thing happened this past week.
Oh,
Or
no.
past couple of weeks.
Do I know about this?
Well, no. Have we mentioned this? That they started asking our
We did.
status?
That we did, what we were like, dun, dun, dun. We've been asked our status.
But they're pressuring people and they're sending emails to people now that
haven't responded. So here's the thing. And that's the reason why I think that guy posted about what I've done to myself is none of your business.
Yeah.
And
And I
said,
think it's pretty
and
clear
I'm
that
a
HIPAA
vaccinated
doesn't
person.
cover that.
It
HIPAA doesn't,
should.
but it
I mean,
doesn't.
it doesn't, but only because they've made it under OSHA, right?
Because it's an OSHA requirement.
It's not. It's they're so fucking up the system and the rules that we have out there to fit what they
They're
need.
twisting it.
That we
So
are
it went-
we're again.
Went to the Supreme Court of the United States today.
Well, the SEAL people sued. Did you hear about
SEALs
that? The SEAL
got
sued
an
and
injunction.
the judge came back and said you can't make him get it.
No, SEALs got an injunction to say no. No, it went to the Supreme Court of the United States today for the 100 plus the companies with the great.
Oh, yeah,
100 or
yeah.
greater.
Yeah.
And it went to the Supreme Court of the United States today.
Okay.
And from everything I read today,
Okay.
and I read through maybe 4 or 5 different articles from different
Points of view.
companies or whatever news articles, and they basically was like, it's not looking good for the Biden administration, basically, like, because, well, thank God that it's majority conservative,
Right.
because the three of the Democratic side
Judges.
appointed judges are like, no, we absolutely should have this. There's no better way to
Here's the thing, it's not working.
And then on the right hand
Why would you say that?
And I don't want to mean left or right. It's just like
That's
the
who
more
appointed them.
Conservative side,
Right.
is saying this is an overreach.
Yeah. It's
so far that we can see it. It's never happened in the history of the United States where the federal government has mandated anything like this. And on the left, you have him saying there's no better way to curtail this fucking
pandemic. But here's the thing,
which is going to be gone,
curtailing it,
which will be gone.
So everybody who's getting sick, I would say it's equally distributed.
I
Vaccinated.
need another drink.
Me too. It's equally distributed, vaccinated, not vaccinated, and yet people are still getting it. Maybe it's
so there's still 1/3 of the country that does not have the vaccination. I'll get it in a second.
So I do. So Craig said OSHA got revoked though.
Did it? I didn't see that. Maybe I might have missed that.
Technically, they can't force masks and vaxes anymore.
Are you sure?
I don't. I'm rereading what somebody said.
So nonetheless, it just comes. So I think the ruling's going to come out over the weekend or Monday or something like that. Like they're ruling against on the Biden.
So it's funny because I read this article that we decided not to talk about because it was so deep. It was talking about like democracy in the U.S. and people are concerned that it's jacked up, which clearly it is.
Yeah.
But it was based off of the Capitol.
Boom! What's happening?
Based off the Capitol.
Cheers, bro.
The Capitol storming, a year ago? And people were like, based off that, we're a very broken nation. The Democrats, the people who were registered Democrats, they were like, they went too far. It was blah, 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 blah. And the people that were Republicans said, yeah, they might have gone too far, but they had a purpose. First of all, if we're just basing our democracy off of one event, okay, fuck right off. Two, does it scare me? So I think democracy is getting ruined because we're being told what to do. That is the exact opposite of a democratic nation. Of a republic. It's the exact, telling me what to do.
You don't get to tell me what to do.
No.
Within reason, because there's
But where does it stop?
So laws are socially agreed to. But there's I'm not the first one to say this, red light laws and speeding.
Red light, green light?
Laws and drinking and driving laws are socially agreed upon contracts.
Right. Well, that wasn't put out as a political thing.
No, but they're socially agreed upon contracts, right?
Right.
That means I don't get to go drink and drive every day, or drive
ever. You don't get to go drink and drive ever,
or whatever. You know what I mean? But or drive 150 miles an hour around every street,
right?
And in school zones,
right?
Right. That is a social contract,
right?
There has been no social contract agreed to for this bullshit,
right?
Or any illness ever in the United States. There's never been a situation, even with the AIDS pandemic,
right?
Right.
Was it a pandemic?
It was absolutely a pandemic.
I didn't know that.
It was a pandemic.
I was young
of gay men.
Right.
And
but I didn't know it was a pandemic. I thought it was just a disease.
In the 80s and 90s, it literally killed thousands of men and women, ultimately, right? But there was never constitutionally objectable things that came about of it.
Right.
Right. It was like, oh, okay, now let's just go to medicine and who fucked everybody up? Fauci was also involved in that.
Imagine that.
Right? Imagine that.
So Jessica says it really seems like the vaccination is useless. And so I was thinking.
No, it's not. I don't.
You don't think
that's
that?
true.
See, and I think it is.
I don't think that's true.
I agree with her 100%.
What I think it does, I think the vaccination helps people that have comorbidities.
That's a big word, babe.
It lessens the chance that they're going to end up in dire situations.
So, okay, so these
Meaning
people
they're
who
going
are unhealthy that you're talking about, because that's
Yeah.
basically what you're saying. People who are more susceptible
Right.
to getting it and dying.
I'm not.
So if they get the
anti-vax.
vaccination,
Yeah.
they get the vax, right? And they get it, are they
They're
still
less susceptible to go
dying?
into like the nth degree of the
But they
disease.
could still die,
they
they could
always
still
an
die,
outlying situation.
right? I mean, if you're that unhealthy and the vaccination is not, what is it like? They said 70% for the first shot, 85% with the second shot, and now they're saying after 90 days it goes down to like, was it 30%?
It depends on. Don't even quote bullshit.
But so is it
don't
really
know.
keeping you safe? And so here's
It's
the
keeping
thing.
some people safe, like kids.
No, well,
I'm not gonna say like go vax your fucking.
you're saying
5-year-old.
vax 5 to 12-year-olds?
No.
Because I will stab you with my
No,
pencil
I'm not
right
saying,
now.
like, no kid under 25
Because here's the
years
thing.
old
If
should
you
a
get
fucking vaccine.
COVID, right? Yes, you can get it again, but it's doing the same thing for you that the vaccination is. It's going to be much less because
No.
your body has antibodies in it, right? So there's a part of you that's like, okay, for those people that can afford to get it, just let them get it. And let them be miserable for 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, it's going to suck balls.
2-3 days, some cases.
Well, some cases, but a lot of people who got it before
oh, with the Delta variant.
with the
Yeah,
Delta variant, they were
was all
really sick for
fucking-
like
yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
But you've now got this natural immunity to it. So if you get it again, and mind you, since then, we know there are things that get you over it faster that
The interest-
nobody wanted to share. So the vax really isn't
So what
for
it is?
90. Okay, I'm gonna go low ball. For
go low ball.
75% of
Yeah.
the population, it probably really isn't necessary.
You can't say that.
Oh, I
there-
can't. I just did.
You can say it, but it doesn't mean there's no.
There's no statistics. I'm
there's
just
nothing.
guessing.
Yeah.
I'm not a scientist.
Yeah,
I've
so
not done any math
anecdotally,
work,
maybe.
not done any
Yeah.
formulas. I'm just saying
What I
that-
would say is this: is that
you're making me get all hot.
on like for those that are higher risk, yeah, you need it. You need to get the shot. It's fine. Get the shot. My dad, who's had multiple bypasses and shit like that, get it. But the side effects of some things,
Well, we don't know what they are.
I'm like,
I mean, we have some idea about some of it, but they're not saying.
let me finish.
They will not point a finger and say, "Yeah, that's definitely a
Let me
side
finish
effect."
thought.
I'm sorry, my
The
bad.
side effect of it is
Chucks it tequila.
my dad dies of COVID because now he's more susceptible. But we
Why?
can't prove. We can't
What do you
prove.
mean he's more susceptible? What made him more susceptible?
Okay, so
I don't.
this
you
is
lost me a little bit.
all hypothetical.
You lost me though. You've got to
I'm
explain
going
it
to
a little
explain
bit more.
this right now.
Going
All
deep,
hypotheticals,
guys,
this
tonight.
Is make
Wow.
believe world right now. Make
no.
believe. Where's my make? Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it.
You-
I'm just playing things. Make
What
believe
does make believe
world.
sound like? What
I
is
don't
it
know.
supposed to
What
sound
is
like?
it supposed to sound like? Yeah, like, I thought I had a soundtrack. So, make believe world is this:
Mhm.
is that if you get this vaccine, any vaccine, and it actually makes you more susceptible to an illness.
Wait, start over.
Okay, so you get any sort of, you take,
Polio vaccination.
you eat this piece of gum.
Okay.
This gum is supposed to protect you from all the things in the world. But this
Right.
actually makes you
More susceptible.
more susceptible to all the things in the world.
But wouldn't they have known that going into it?
Who's responsible?
The person who told you to take the vaccination?
Not under an emergency authorization use. Because now they are completely hands-free. They're not liable for anything.
I'm out.
Which is why we're under an emergency authorization use. And if you go and you do a little bit of homework, you want to hear something funny?
Yes.
If they can prove that, go out and read what's his fucking Reagan's name, the Reagan child. He wrote a book and he had a very straightforward point
Tell us.
about this. And it said, basically, if they can make this the case for children getting the bubblegum treatment, right? And all kids have to have the bubblegum treatment, then they circumvent any EAU. Like they go basically
They can't get in trouble, basically. They can't be held accountable.
Get rid of the AA. They go straight to it's approved for everybody. And then there's no more EAU, right?
What's EAU, babe?
Emergency authorization use, right? And once it's approved for children through the FDA, then there's no more liability risk to
anybody who said get it.
The providers.
Right.
So think about what I just said. If they can approve it for children 5 and older,
which they have.
They're working on it.
No, they have.
The FDA hasn't come out and said, no.
I thought they did.
They're testing it right now. Remember one of my coworkers was like, I can't fucking wait.
That was a really long time ago. I think they've come out and said it was.
That was like 3 months ago.
Yeah, but I think they've come out since then because today I saw a story that said in Texas, only 10% of children 5 to 12-year-olds have gotten the vaccination, which is very low. So they were saying it increases from 12 to
but what it does
17, it's at like 50%.
As soon as they go to like a child is approved to have this, it gets rid of the EAU, and it also removes the liability clause from the fucking manufacturer, which is in fucking sane.
Well, and Jessica brought up a good point. She's like, so you give this vaccination and completely healthy people are
dropping fucking dead
from heart attacks,
soccer player down in South America,
blood clots,
goalie, 25 years old, totally healthy, just dropped dead of a fucking heart attack yesterday.
Yeah, and then you've got the blood clot thing happening for people who had no issues.
Bell's palsy, fucking whatever the other one was.
What is the one that you got?
Myocarditis. I had that before. That was just some fucking. I just had myocarditis.
Had some bad luck.
I ate too much fucking McDonald's and it fucked me up.
I don't think it was the McDonald's. I think it was
eating McDonald's when I actually had
that happened before the
6
McDonald's.
weeks of fucking drinking too much.
So I mean, okay. So hold on. I'm gonna.
Chuck said he goes. I know a lot of people that were healthy, then spent 2 years inside and gained weight. And you know what, Chuck? The worst thing. Oh, CNN just announced this. Oh my God. Oh fuck! I deleted it. I deleted the fucking.
That's not the announcement sound. I don't know what the.
No, I deleted the thing from last week. I posted it on the
what
fucking Wednesday show. It was CNN just announces that the FDA just announces that being overweight.
Oh yes,
can cause.
We talked about it.
Higher chances of death.
Yeah.
From Chuck.
So wait, hold on.
We all need to start like just smoking weed, and doing drugs, cocaine. You know what? I fucking figured it out.
What?
Remember back in the day when Coca-Cola had cocaine in it?
Yes.
Cocaine. Isn't that how you said it? Cocaine.
I don't know.
How did fucking all the drug dealers get cocaine?
I didn't know any of them, so I can't tell you how they said it.
We all just drink Coca-Cola with cocaine in it. Keeps us nice and thin, keeps our heart rate up.
We're in top shape without even having to work out.
Dude, you don't even have to fucking go outside. You just fucking play Xbox or fucking PlayStation.
So adverse drug reactions for the Rona,
your brain's working fast,
are higher than every approved vax combined, most of which have been authorized for decades.
Can you read that again?
Yes.
Adderall. Jess said Adderall, bro.
Never taken Adderall.
Jess, can you send us some?
I hear it's a trip for people who don't need it.
Repeat what you just said and talk out loud into your mic.
DJ, I was in my mic. DJ said, adverse drug reactions for the Rona Pokey Pokey are higher than every approved vax combined.
Later, don't down us.
Most of which, what?
Nope, keep going.
Most of which have been authorized for decades, straight from the CDC site. I mean, here's the
I'm not advocating cocaine use. The same. it keeps us skinny, right? I've never done cocaine, so.
I don't neither. I know a lot of people have.
So Adderall,
Apparently
I think, is the
it's
way
really
to go.
big in the 80s.
So we've got somebody on the boards. And by the way, if you've never been out to YouTube and you're listening in on this shit, like maybe the day after, day before, or
Celine,
something
you're
like
absolutely
that,
right.
you're out on Facebook or something like that, go out to YouTube, join YouTube, get a YouTube login, and join us on the boards, because you know what? The boards is where it's at. I'm telling you, any fucking half decent podcast you're gonna listen to, the boards are where people. It's where you're gonna meet your friends.
And that's where you're going to have some great conversations.
Great
too. And
conversations.
they're fucking fun and hilarious.
And half the time, they're talking about shit that you're not even
Well,
talking about.
and here, so everybody's involved in this, I think, because
The
a
conversation.
lot of the people in this group all
boards are on fire.
kind of feel the same. But then we also have some friends in here that we know
are completely different.
Yeah, and it's
you're
okay
all
because
allowed to
you can
fucking
have
be
fucking
here.
fun.
Nobody fucks with each other.
Just
That's the
be
good thing.
yourself.
Be yourself. And on the again, same rules apply to any drinking
Stupid.
bros or any of the bars open. Is like, don't be a cunt.
Don't
Don't be a cunt. There's
I don't
no
like
reason.
the C word when it's used derogatorily. I like it when it's used sexually. So please refrain from using it in a derogatory manner. So
I'm allowed to say
Ruben
you're being a
said-
cunt because I'm.
So
this
how
is
do
my
all the
English- this is my
people-
French?
how do
Cheers.
all the people in Texas do cocaine with the cedar fever going on? That is a fantastic question.
Clears
Because
the
I had to do
passages
anything up
right
this nose right now besides a sterile.
Oh no, we just
nasal
injected him
steroid?
straight into her butt.
Ew, that's not going to do anything. Oh, you're going to put it in my.
Straw. like a blow dart.
So I wonder if you got a tampon.
I think that really
I'm
gets
gonna-
you
I'm gonna
higher.
No,
than-
supposedly if you put stuff
Blow
in
dart.
if you put stuff in those bottom orifices,
That's what I'm saying. Like
They
it's
hit your system
suppository,
way
but if I
quicker.
just
I have a girlfriend.
I
who
take the deep breath.
just don't suck it. Don't put it there and take the deep breath. Take the deep breath, put it in there and blow.
Yeah, no, but
Otherwise,
you-
you've just taken it all for me. I
That
had a
could cause no.
I had a
don't do
girlfriend.
drugs, motherfuckers. Don't.
I had a
worry.
girlfriend that was when they were in high school and they were
This is all
underage. They would
pretend.
steal somebody's parents' alcohol and soak tampons in them.
I've absolutely seen that.
You've
Who
seen
hasn't?
it or heard it?
No, heard of it.
I've never seen it, but yeah. And then
So Ruben said, "Okay, so I'm not a doctor, but doesn't cocaine numb parts of your body? Shit, it just jumped. Numb parts of your
what's boof
body.
my Coke mean, Jess?
If you did do the straw up the beehole, wouldn't you lose feeling and possibly poop? I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I don't know the rules. I'm just making shit up as I go. Would Adderall or any other synthetic drug actually do the same thing?
DJ says I'm wrong about the C word because he takes offense or he
Cunt?
protests
No.
because he's half British.
Like all politicians are cunts.
and cunt
that's a
is a
very-
common as a dude or bro for my heritage. Well,
That's exactly. It's like fucker.
if you live in England, cheers.
No, absolutely.
I'm kidding. I'm
it
kidding.
doesn't mean the
but
same thing. Drink. I just touched my mic, bitches.
I can't even say what I was going to say. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, I'm not a doctor, but does cocaine numb your parts? Oh,
All right, we
I
gotta
mean,
get
we'd have
into
to
this
find
next
somebody.
story
We'd
because
have to
God
find somebody
damn
that's
it.
done cocaine up the butt.
Jar of farts. All right, so I'm not the first one to report on this one. By no means am I the first one to report on this one. I need my glasses again because I'm fucking blind. You know what the worst part is? These things are dirty as fuck because they've been in. I finally found my glasses. They were sitting in a briefcase for the past.
I
2
love
years.
the boards. You
What?
guys crack me
What's
up.
happening?
I'm catching up.
Oh, yeah. All right. So this chick, 90 Day Fiance star, retires from selling farts after it says heart attack scare. It's a fart attack scare.
Wait, say it again.
90 Day Fiance
Oh, the show.
star retires from selling farts after heart attack scare. But I'm calling it a fart attack scare.
He sold his farts.
She.
sold her farts.
You'll see the picture. She's gonna come up. I actually went out and in this link, there's like some links to her
Fights.
Yeah, she's pretty hot chick,
I mean,
dude.
she's not
I'm not.
unattractive.
Yeah, no, she's got big old boobies and
Got
she's
tickle bitties.
she's pretty. Yeah, she's a pretty girl. So a familiar face and flatulence.
Then why is she on 90 Days Fiance? Something's wrong with her.
That's what kind of kicked her off. I think that's like really sparked her career. You know what I mean? Like she was on that show and then she got into flatulence
Okay.
selling.
Hey, to each
It's
their own.
kind of like
To
it
each
was
their
literally
own.
like if I cut off your toe and I sold somebody your toe. But with that, we only have 10 chances.
I was gonna say you're very limited.
Farts, unlimited. Well,
My
they're
my farts aren't unlimited.
They're not unlimited, honey.
Your farts are
Nope.
unlimited, but not my farts.
No, she almost died.
Did she really? Was it a fart that almost gave her a heart attack?
She had a fart attack.
Or was it the food she ate that gave her the fart that gave her the heart attack?
Let me get into this already.
Okay.
All right. So a familiar face in the flatulence space says she's feeling better following the reported health scare spurred by gas severity.
Is that the technical term?
I don't fucking know, but she ate all she ate. I'll post the video. I
What
can't
did she
see
eat?
the TV with this on.
Well, take them off or just look over them like I do. You make fun of me, but sometimes that's what has to happen.
No, I can't do that. That's the gayest.
I
oldest
just watched
man
the
thing
Andrew,
ever.
what's his name from Food
I'm not
Network, and
gonna
his
do
whole
that.
video, he looked over his glasses.
Dude, what's his name? What's the cooking guy's name? Bobby Flay?
Not Bobby Flay.
He does that.
I know a lot of people
But
do
he's
that.
worth like $1 billion.
This guy is Andrew
Zimmerman,
Is it Food Network
the big
star?
fat bald headed guy.
But yeah, he was doing
Yeah,
a
I'm
cooking
not
video
him.
and he was talking, and I was
He's
like,
got these same glasses. God damn it.
yeah, I liked you in those, and I still like you in those. I think you probably need a more.
I'm getting aviator fucking big rimmed
No,
ones. Like
no, you're
fucking
not.
serial killer.
You're not getting those either. I'm coming with you when you get your glasses because I'm worried and scared what you will get. True
All right,
story.
Let's get into this.
Hashtag
So
true
as
story.
you may have seen making the rounds in social media.
Actually, you're a grown ass man. You can get whatever you want, babe.
You're absolutely right.
I just won't be seen with you if they're bad.
leopard print, which is what Ian already tried to give me.
They were leopard
So
print.
anyway, this girl, okay, I really need to just get to the point of what she was eating. So she was selling jars of farts, right?
Right.
She was selling jars of farts.
Wait, what? That's such
She was
bullshit.
making $50,000 a week in sales.
No fucking way.
Yeah. She was eating.
All right, I'm quitting my
bas-
job. I'm gonna start learning how to fart and putting it in jars.
She was basically, I watched the video. You can go out to her.
You watched her
Instagram.
fart in a jar?
No, I watched
Oh.
the video of what she was doing to prep. She was eating like natural eggs, like whatever you call, whatever the fuck natural.
Unpasteurized?
Yeah. She was eating no sugar yogurt, like this very pure.
Why no sugar yogurt?
Very pure yogurt.
Yogurt makes you fart if it doesn't have sugar in it?
I don't fucking know. She was eating just like anything that beans, like canned beans and shit like that. And
Ew.
what happened is she built up so much gas in her system
Mhm.
that it caused her to have a fart attack.
Was it a real heart
it was
attack or
liter-
just like
Nope.
Like
so it's literally
angina.
considered a fart attack.
it just wasn't pressure from how much gas she
It's
had in
how
her
much
system?
gas you have built up in your system.
She should have eaten half of what then. She could not have
She can definitely
possibly
go back to that job.
She can't possibly be making $50,000 a
She
week.
evidently made
That's $200,000 a month.
She made $200,000.
A month?
She made $200,000.
In total or a month?
She made $200,000 before she had to give up the game.
So she did it for a month.
She did it for a month. Evidently.
I mean, all I need to make is
I'll post a
$10,000.
link. I'll post a
All
link
I need
later.
to make is $10,000 a month, and I can do it forever. Then,
Jess,
right?
is she a greedy bitch? I don't think so.
I mean, she's definitely
Okay,
an
so
entrepreneur.
Jess,
She's definitely an
I know,
entrepreneur.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna bring this up, but like some people, like you can make money like off like
There's a
another
tons
show.
of way
So,
to
like,
make money.
They talked
There's
about this
so many ways
on
to make money.
Ross Patterson yesterday,
Right.
and they were like, "Yeah, you could sell underwear, you could sell
Yeah, we've
socks,
talked about it
you could
before.
sell, like you've got. Eventually, we'll launch your goddamn foot show.
Maybe I'll make underwear on there too, like buy my underwear, because apparently that's a
Fucking
huge thing.
sell it all.
I'm not going to
Sell
really wear
everything.
it. I'm
I'll
just going to
send-
stick it in the hamper and let it smell like dirty clothes and then
foot-
send it.
Like you want the left foot or the right foot flip flop. You've got 17,000 fucking pairs of flip flop.
Not anymore.
$7 a piece,
What a greedy bitch.
right?
Should have
$7 a
She
piece.
sold videos of her
Cost me
doing the act.
3
Ruben
cents.
said she could have made more money if she would have put videos of the act of getting the fart in the jar. I want to know how that works because she's got to be really fucking fast or have somebody with her. Because you're going to fart in a jar. Don't mind the theatricals, but you're going to fart in a jar and you think it's going to stay there while you bring it up and twist
Oh
the
no!
lid?
Then she put a rose petal in there.
I mean, there was no fart in that fucking jar, just so you know, idiots who bought it. Because literally, if
Think
you're gonna
about
put
the
a fart
motherfucker
in
who
a
was
jar,
like-
you're gonna need somebody there to be like,
Think about the dude that was like, right, you ready? You ready? You ready? Yeah, exactly. Done. $10,000 later.
"Don't drink that beer." By the way,
What? Come on.
I know you just shook it all up, shook it all like.
What are you gonna do?
I
Drink
hate
both your
Holly,
beers already?
lovely lady. She
Holly's
went
on.
overboard. She could have gone slow and steady and made plenty of. Amen.
Right.
Jess, don't be a greedy. That's what she meant by greedy
That's
bitch.
what you meant by greedy.
She meant
No,
slow
you're
and steady.
right.
I agree with her 100%. I also think she's got to have a partner capturing her fart.
Partnership.
Maybe she does a fart a day.
A partnership.
She's got a partner, a farting partner.
And then you take
And
the
then
picture.
how do we even know it's really her fart?
No, you get it on video.
You're not saying that video to the person who bought it.
NFT.
And okay, let's say you make one video of you pretending to catch a fart.
NFT
Let's
is
say you
another $50,000.
Let's say you make a video of you pretending to put in a
Planning
fart.
for the future.
And that's the video you send everybody when you really didn't put a fart in the jar for that video. You
You
just
could even
pretended.
use fake fart bottoms for
I
this.
don't,
You
I
just
don't even know
hire
what that is.
you hire fake fart bottoms.
That's why I said, how do we know it's her fart?
No, you did. All it is a picture of a fart bottom.
Somebody said, couldn't you just put
FNA.
no, they were
Who's
talking
TV
about
4x4? Sorry, buddy.
sorry. They were saying, couldn't you just do like almost like a whip it, but for your butt and say it's a fart? You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you remember? Did you ever listen to Howard Stern way back in the day?
Nope.
There was a dude that could like suck gas into his rectum, like suck air.
No.
He could just fart all day long.
Why wouldn't you just put pressurized air like a whippet in your butt and
CB
unlimited fart?
4x4. Who's this? Oh, is this Chris? What's going on,
You're
dude?
not supposed to ask them who they are.
Nope, it's Chris. I just need to know who it is.
Oh,
Tempe,
Chris,
Arizona.
yeah, our
That's why.
friend.
There he goes. Sorry. Set on this one.
Ruben,
Sit down.
100. Ruben is with me. You can. She was making all this fucking money from idiots who
Cheers,
really
Chris.
thought she was farting in a jar, putting a rose petal in it, and sending it to them.
Same.
What happened?
No, we're good.
Oh.
I don't.
I completely agree, Ruben. She stink baited them.
agree.
Cheers to stink baiting.
You know what? I think she's coming back.
Cheers to stink baiting. Well, she's got to support
She's
her bad
coming back.
habits now.
No, she made
Somehow.
200 grand.
She's got to support all the bad habits she learned for that month. So her Louis Vuittons, her I can't even think of the expensive
she
shoes with
already
the
had all
bad.
those bad
So
habits.
the red soles, the Manola Blancs, I think it is. Her Fendi sweaters, her Michael Kors headbands, her
Michael Kors.
Gucci
That's like cheap
underwear,
shit, right?
I said headbands. It's not cheap if it's a headband. Her Gucci underwear, her Louis Vuitton bikini. Like, she's gonna have to keep these bad habits up now because she's fucking addicted.
So she's
gonna
gonna
have
start
to
sticking
fart
baseball
the-
bats in her
She's
ass.
gonna have to fart the
Is that
rest
what
of
we're
her
talking
life
about?
and
What are
worry
we
about her
talking
heart.
here?
Yeah,
We're talking like baseball bats.
that or she's
inserted
gonna
in-
have to get 3 more girls and start splitting the money with them. Because now that she's here,
We've got
any-
enough cameras in this house to
Now
run a
that she's
goddamn
here-
porn convention.
now that she's
so
been here, and if people are helping her with these farts, they're gonna be like, "Bitch, you're giving me a quarter."
if you guys
give me a
want
quarter
to
of that
do
money.
a foots only kind of thing, we've got plenty of cameras.
What are you advertising?
Greg's feet only.
What are you signing
Come
up for?
here and get your feet videotaped.
Her taxes on that, she didn't make too much. Well, Womb Raider, it's Raider.
Raider.
That's if she's telling anybody she made
See,
that much money.
That's what happens when Beth has 2 whiskey.
That's if she's telling anybody she made the money, because how are they sending her the money?
Oh, no.
Is she doing it under a company name?
We'll talk about that next week.
Dun dun dun.
Gross story coming up. You know what? I want to do this story.
What story's coming up?
It's not a gross story. This is a fun story.
Are you gonna do my family seasonings real quick?
Nope. I'm going
Okay.
to do this story real quick. This is a goddamn elephant that randomly walked into a hotel looking for snacks. So the reason I bring this up is
Oh my goodness!
we always need good stories. We always need fucking feel goods all the time, right? So elephant wanders into a hotel lobby literally through the front door. Right?
Is this? Where is this? Like
This is in absolutely Africa.
I was gonna say Africa.
So hotel manager in Zambia says he was surprised
He's
when
on
he
the phone.
looked up from his desk and saw an elephant standing in his lobby. Apparently, the large animal entered in looking for snacks. So there are. So I'll post this one out because there's absolutely some other great images.
Oh, you didn't share them all?
Well, I just have the one because
What?
it's kind of a joke. No, it's totally fine.
I want to see now. What is it? What is the title of the?
It's right here, and I'll just share it. But there's literally like 2 images, honey. Are you gonna ruin everything?
No, keep going. Nobody's making you
Jesus.
stop and talk or stop talking.
Are you ruining everything? Annie Hogg is managing director at the Mufwe Lodge in Zambia. He spoke with Southwest News. It doesn't matter. But a bull elephant that entered the main lobby in the front. It does. I already said all that.
So here's the
Why do
thing.
they- why do
It
they
happens
always
often. I
repeat
think it happens
everything?
often.
We're careful to make sure we don't leave any fruit or food because the counter for when the elephants on the counter for when the elephants come in during the time that the wild mango fruit is in season.
They love.
Get elephants
They like
all
the
time.
mango. You want the mango. You can have
You
the
want
mango.
the mango.
You want the mango. You can. Have the
So
mango.
it's just a cool thing. It's like it's almost like a.
So I'm thinking. Okay.
It starts out as almost like
So I
an
say
elephant
this in a
walked
very
into a hotel.
tongue-in-cheek way. I feel like they might be a little more domesticated than like wild elephants that don't live on the property because elephants are
Probably.
mean AF, dude. Like
It's just cool.
it
You
is
know what I mean?
cool,
That
and
was
he's
kind of
not
a-
super huge. Like some of them are twice that size.
Yeah, I don't
But I'm
know.
reading. I was looking. I think this is a normal occurrence.
Like he's a low. Oh, it's more of like a.
Yeah, like
Carnival kind
because
of
I
thing?
see 2016 elephants cut through hotel lobby to get to the mango tree. Elephants of Moof Lodge 2015.
Maybe they are, and that's
So-
fine. I'm happy for that.
That's why I think they're a little bit more
Holly said
domesticated.
Beth's looking fire. Goddamn right. she-
Love you, baby. It's the whiskey.
Get that- we gotta get that camera going.
No.
Hang on a second.
It makes me uncomfortable. Oh, thank you, love. I love elephants.
So do I.
They're mean though. Like in real world, safari world, they'll chase
That's
you.
looking fire on camera. See, the reason I can't just like automatically have this camera on a regular basis is because Sony sucks. Sony or Nikon cameras suck. Sony cameras are amazing.
You gave me the whole lecture.
If you would like the diatribe, there's a whole
I got a whole
29-minute,
explanation.
59-second thing with like these amazing cameras that I could have my wife on 24 hours.
There
a
was
day.
like, you gave me all the explanation of why
This
one was
camera that you
half
see
the
her
price
on
of the other
is
one.
literally half the price than this one. This one allows us to go unlimited.
Right. But that doesn't make it, that makes
But
it no longer
This
in Europe.
one,
In order to be
Europe,
considered a camera, it has to film 29 minutes or
only
less.
porn that's less than 20. So it's all good.
I love
right.
elephants.
I love you.
I love you,
Hey,
baby.
Real God damn it. We gotta do a little My Family Seasonings. How about that? So My Family Seasonings. We love them. You love them. We all love them.
Love them.
Go out, check them out. They are on myfamilyseasons.com. We've already talked about it. This weekend, I'm pulling out tonight 2 steaks and a tenderloin from the black buck that I
I'm
got.
scared.
Why?
I've never had a steak from a wild animal before.
You never have deer?
Yeah, not as a steak. I've had
Where's that? I
backstrap.
cut it up. You guys send me, like, DM me, like, your best
Because
recipes.
you don't know either.
Well, no, I've got a next door neighbor that knows how to do it all. So, well,
Oh,
I think he does. I think he pretends to think he does.
Celine, he's just
Travis,
kidding. We
do
know
you pretend to
Travis.
think you do.
Travis knows.
Nonetheless,
Travis knows about smoking and hunting, dude. I mean,
I know how to kill
he's a
shit.
he's a true Texan.
I can cook
smoke the shit out of some
Nonetheless, they
meat,
made me some
and I can
like
kill the
nice
shit
steaks.
out of some
So
meat.
we're gonna do the wild game.
Not elk. We
Nope.
shot a black
We got
buck.
black
We don't
buck.
have elks in Texas.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
theoretically we do.
Where? Up north?
They're nope.
Are you gonna tell me they're a different kind of elk?
No,
They're
no,
elk,
no, no.
But they're not really
They're
elk. But they're
imported
elks.
elk.
At like the exotic ranches?
Yeah.
You're
and then
fucking
they get
kidding me.
Off ranch.
Why would you bring that? I mean, I get it. I get it.
Texas.
But you know what? You want to
can
shoot an
literally
elk?
Go out to the Black Rifle, or go out to Matt Beth's site.
If you want to shoot an elk?
he
Go
killed
to
a bison
Arizona.
this week.
Go to Colorado.
Bison. He killed a bison.
Oh, see, I can't kill
2,000
bison.
pound bison.
I can't do it. Aren't they like endangered?
No. Not
Didn't they
thanks
used to be
Bert
endangered?
Koontz.
They used to be, didn't they?
Bert Koontz is saving
Elk
the
are delicious.
goddamn elk. Not the elk,
So
the
the
bison.
Moo Raider said cook it in garlic and butter in a cast iron. Oh, that sounds
I got
delicious.
a cast iron. Send
I love
DM me
butter
if you
and I
don't
love
mind.
garlic.
Send me whatever you have, because I haven't done like a lot of
Have you ever
deer.
had elk?
I've had elk. but
Chuck has
my-
had elk, right? You
but
and
my-
Chuck have
yeah,
had elk?
But my
I've never had elk.
mom's
Mike? Just
that
say Mike.
dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Wasn't
made
a
bunch of it.
dickhead. You loved him until they broke up. So
No, until he turned into a complete cunt. He is the epitome of what we would call a cunt.
I'll give you that.
100%, right?
He did help us out with a lot of
Doesn't matter. Helping out with
house stuff.
you can still turn into an absolute cunt.
Yeah, I married somebody who turned into a cunt.
Not me.
No, the first
Oh, your
wedding.
ex-husband.
My mulligan
God,
marriage.
Jesus
My
Christ.
mulligan marriage, not you. babe.
Fuck me, dude. I'm gonna get dirty
My
into this.
My mulligan marriage. Was
Fuck, I haven't
you
even
turned
had
in-
my second beer, and you're already done with all your liquor.
No,
All right,
I got one
so
in there and I got
Go
one
out
in here.
to
You're being a baby tonight. I'm gonna sip it. I'm gonna sip it. Don't try to man up now just because I called you out on
I
it.
hate my wife. I mean, my life.
That's what makes me special to you.
I love all of you. All right, so let me finish this one. Go check him out
Sorry.
on
Good gravy.
myfamilyseasonings.com. Use code Good Gravy.
Oh, good gravy.
Oh, good,
Oh, good gravy.
good gravy
I just
for
realized
20% off. And they'll package like one or two little things or like a whole bunch of shit. They've got all sorts of good stuff. They'll send you whatever you want. Tell them Greg and Beth sent you.
they'll know if they use good gravy on the discount code. They're gonna be like,
If they don't
fucking
pay
bag and
attention
grab.
to it and they don't say anything to me, then I'm going to be really pissed at Brian and Ellerson.
So I just realized.
What?
Do you think I'll look different on Wednesday?
Well, you're turning black, so probably. What are you talking about on Wednesday?
I'll be 52 next time we see these guys.
Yeah, you're becoming African American.
Shut up, bitch.
You're assuming a new identity, right?
Oh, no, I was just become Selma Hayek.
I thought your name was. That's what I thought you were doing. You were becoming Oh, she's Hispanic.
Yeah,
I thought you
dumbass.
were going with what's his name? With
What's his name?
no, what's his name's wife? Fuck.
Just can you shut your
what's that
mouth while
dude's
you're ahead?
name?
Can you shut your mouth while you're ahead?
The big dude.
The big dude. Oh, Jason Momoa's wife, Lisa.
Bonet. I
yes.
thought you were going with Lisa Bonet. Is she
I would.
black?
I mean, is she black?
I think she's black. She's Jamaican.
She's not Jamaican.
Jamaican me crazy.
You're making
So
me
what
crazy.
are we trying to say? Do you think you're going to change color when you turn 52?
First, I'm doing this, and then I'm throwing it at you. But I will hit you, and you'll die. So I'm not. Were you born? Still going.
That's you.
That's like,
I love you. So Monday is Beth's birthday.
I'm surprised you remembered. You haven't said anything about it.
I know. I do this on purpose. I
Yeah.
love you. I
You
told
make me nervous because it's not like you haven't forgotten in the past.
No, I've totally fucked up and forgot. Only one time.
Only one
But I
time
did
is all it
admit
takes.
to
Celine?
Celine earlier that I was like, oh fuck, I forgot to put my hat out.
You forgot to.
But I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
give a fuck. But
I
everybody
told
knows.
you told me, oh, I forgot to put my out of
Yeah,
office.
no.
And then I told
So
you to
Beth's
take Texas,
birthday. She's
Tuesday
turning
off.
how old? 42.
Yes, 42.
Fucking
Plus
42
10. 42
years
plus
old.
10.
42 blessed years old.
I did get a really sweet compliment because we
For
were talking
me,
about
I
no.
always give you like you're so hot.
Last
I'd
night at the
fuck
gym,
you
somebody I
every
was
day.
like, oh no, they were like, we were talking about something. It was her birthday, and I was like, oh, we're super close. She's like, when's your birthday? I was like, well, this month. She's like, what? And she said, how old are you gonna be? And I told her, and she's like, later this evening. That's super. And you know what, Ruben? He wouldn't even wake up.
No, it's gentle. She's very gentle.
No,
with my
I've tried to wake you up before, and you're like, and I'm like, well, I'll get the toy. But I got a compliment this time. It was like, no way, you're in your 50s. I was like, keep going.
No,
keep going. Keep.
I've looked
keep
at you
going.
like the same. You don't. So okay, so we.
Well, I look at you the same too, but you're not 29 anymore. But that's how I see you
but you're
whenever I
not-
look at you.
I'm okay. So there's okay. So we all know.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like what's his name from
Joe
Lethal
Pesci.
Weapon.
Joe Pesci.
Okay.
Way sloppier version of him, but yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, like you don't have wrinkles all over your face. So
I
there
do have
are
wrinkles.
Absolutely.
I got the 11s.
You know what? I noticed I have one right here, but I think it's because I got my face
You got the
squished
one?
last night.
No, you got your ears squished, but
My-
now I can see
my-
how red and swollen your ears.
my
Holy
ears
fuck.
fucked up.
With the bright light, I'm like, you got the wrestler ear going on, bro.
I got jacked up on my ear last night. Nothing like.
It's sticking so much further out than the other one. That's hilarious.
Can you see it?
Okay, so the one ear is like right here, and this other ear is like, let me go backwards. One ear is like right here, and the other is like this.
It's your good off.
Yeah, it's not,
Adrian.
it's not elfish
Adrian
anymore.
got me. Well, he actually.
So, but you got the 11. You got the one.
Well,
of the
no,
11.
it was one of those things I
But
I didn't notice it until I was on camera. This
So you don't
morning.
notice mine ever? You don't notice my wrinkles?
I never notice your
You don't?
Never.
Seriously?
Ever. I swear to God. Like you have a couple like little wrinkles here and there, but I literally, okay, compare you to,
Don't say names.
let's say, an average 52.
I'm not a white girl. That's what makes the difference.
Is that what it is?
It's Jessica can support this.
Hispanic women don't get.
We don't. Well,
Your
we
mom
have
did not look
we have way more melatonin in our
72
skin.
years old
I
when she was
also
72.
my mother was very strict about like I wasn't allowed to stay at the pool between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. I had to be at home inside while all my friends got baked and they had the tan that
It
people
is,
killed
JJ.
for. What?
You said is getting cauliflower ear like that.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
Javon, yes.
Yeah, it's
You
the
said
same
JJ, but I
thing.
think it was
It
Javon.
hurts like a motherfucker.
We age like a fine wine, motherfucker. She
You're
didn't say
goddamn
motherfucker,
right, man.
but we do. I will tell you that my parents didn't look their age till they hit like their mid 70s. And my mom, even she didn't look her age till she got sick.
So how old are you gonna be? I'll let you say it.
I'll be
A proud 52.
I've only got 48 more years to go till I hit my 101 century mark. Speaking of which,
Fucking goals.
I am going to tell you guys about the Betty White tribute.
Yeah.
So you guys know Betty
know what?
White.
Having a fucking goal is a goal. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And happy birthday to you. So this
My birthday yet? It's my birthday weekend.
This is the kickoff to your birthday weekend. And I really should have made that maybe a little better of a.
You probably don't need any more of that.
No, this is for you.
Oh,
Oh yeah, this is definitely for you.
I need ice. All right. So
Definitely
as you
for me.
guys know, the wonderful Betty White died
So
New Year's
normally
Day.
we would have ended like 20
I
minutes
know
ago.
we need to
but
wrap it up
we're
here
not going to.
soon, but we still have people with us. So she died New Year's Day. She would have been 100-year-old. Thank you, love. On January 17th, and there was some. They were making a documentary to celebrate her 100th birthday, so they were gonna like release it on her 100th birthday to be like Betty White centennial birthday celebration. You guys know she passed away. Well, they
Yep.
decided to still release the documentary.
Yeah, documentary.
They're gonna now call it like Betty White celebration of life.
Nice.
It's going to be in select theaters, but it's going to have, like, I loved reading it. It's a birthday celebration, which would, let's see, our hearts mourn, blah, 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 blah. During the many years we worked with her, we developed a great love and admiration for Betty as a person. It's amazing when I was reading through this, how many people she's actually worked with. Like, she's worked with
Everyone.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock, Ryan Reynolds. She worked with everybody on Saturday Night Live.
No. That's just like the
One
past
Well,
10,
yeah.
15 years. She's worked with
Robert Redford,
she
Clint
said
Eastwood,
the only regret she
Morgan
had
Freeman,
in Hollywood.
Jay Leno.
Did you ever read her only regret in Hollywood was not having slept with Robert Redford.
Well, that's everyone's only regret.
That was
outside of
literally
Hollywood,
like
too.
the only regret she had.
But
Which is
like
an amazing
I had no idea that she worked with Jennifer Love Hewitt. I have no idea what she worked with her in.
Everybody.
So and it's been cool to see, because a lot of these people have gone on and given her like props on. Apparently Twitter's really famous for a lot of rich people.
You think?
I don't do
Twitter
Twitter.
is a piece of shit.
I don't do Twitter.
Who cares?
But so they've decided that they're still going to release a documentary. It's going to be mostly from what this was a Los Angeles Times paper,
Yeah.
but they're going to be select locations. And I don't know. I was thinking if we could find one here in San Antonio. It's the 17th, which we're off MLK Day anyways. Like, maybe if we could find it, we
What's
should go watch
MLK
it.
Day? What
The
day is that?
17th, January 17th.
Oh, okay. Is that the first time we've ever gotten it off?
Second time. Started in 2021. But it was just really, really, I like it. I liked that they decided to do it. So now it's in honor of her life and not in celebration of her life.
I'm down.
So it's just really cool. And the picture they have of her, she's so happy.
Want to share?
Yeah. And it's going to even have it's going to have bits and pieces of her last interview, like her last
Nice.
official interview. Doesn't she just look so cute? She had really good hair.
Celine said, "Happy early birthday, Beth." Love
Thanks,
you.
my love. She got really good hair for a 99-year-old.
You know what?
What?
We can only ask for. I think
Muscle twitch.
a lot of people are like, that Betty White. She was like, "Fuck 2021. I'm taking you out with me."
I mean,
Right? I mean, like, she was so funny.
I'm taking you.
I went
yeah.
back and watched like a couple of things with like just her and
I love in the
her
proposal
and
when
Ryan
she's singing
Reynolds.
that sweat down drip that drips down the sweat drips down my balls.
She was
Her and
always
Sandra?
like just
Sandra saying
on
that she
point,
did
so
it right, but
go out. There's a million videos of her from like her late 80s to the 90s.
I didn't.
Which is the last
It
15
makes
years.
sense that she was married and he passed away a while ago.
And she missed him.
And
And that was supposedly like one of the last things she said was like, "Oh, Alan." Something
don't
like
make me
that.
cry.
No, that was like, I'm not making that shit up. It's like, that was like,
Where did you read that?
somebody said it. And that was it. So-
That's sweet. I hope I say that about
and
you.
he died like 40 years ago.
So she said, Betty always said she was the luckiest broad on 2 feet to have a career as long as she did. And honestly, we're the lucky ones to have had her for so long, which is true.
Fuck yeah.
If you don't, here's the thing.
She was one of those people that got better with age, right? You
She
say like,
she started not giving a fuck.
that's how I
When
am
you
right
hit it,
now.
well, she was
So
much
imagine
older
what
than
I'm
you.
gonna be
Oh Lord.
when I am like
So here's the thing you have to think about. So
47 years old.
she was
Imagine what I'm
99
gonna
years
be when I'm
old.
40 I'm 45
I need
now,
you to do
guys.
the math for me because I'm an Aggie. I don't do math. So if
Okay.
she was 99 years old, she was born in
1742.
1920. Do the math, Greg.
1920. Literally 1920.
Oh, boom, boom. See why I need you to do the math?
Fucking ding,
So
ding, ding,
from
ding, ding.
1920.
I'm the winner.
No, she was born in 1921.
If you're
22.
bailing on this show,
Anyways.
which is totally fine,
But,
because it's late as fuck. Go out and hit the
But here's the thing.
hit
Think
the little
about
thumbs
how
up
many
button.
people.
Smash that.
Well, and we'll wrap after that. Think about how many people she impacted.
Everyone.
No, like I'm talking about generations. Like
No, I know. Everyone.
10
Golden Girls.
generations.
But she also had like, she was the first one that had a black comedian on her talk. She had a
She had a
talk
talk show?
like back in the 50s or 60s.
All right.
And literally at 50s, 60s, and she had a black comedian on or something like that.
We left Jamie out. He needs to get the fuck up. The elf.
No, he's staying there.
No, we're getting rid of him.
But
It creeps me out.
She had a black comedian on, and the people came out or the producers were like, "No, we can't do that." And she goes, "Tough shit, basically."
Suck my dick, bitch.
And they
We're putting him
canceled
out.
her the next year,
That's funny.
right?
They're lost.
She was that woman that was like, "Fuck you." She was, "Fuck you." I won't.
Well, here's the
do
thing
what
I
you
thought about
want."
today. I was like,
Right?
she was probably such a different woman in her eras
And
than most women were because she was ballsy and she didn't care.
you know what? And I love that.
Me too.
Love that about people that are
Me too.
just fucking. And now we need that more than ever right now.
Alex is having a shot of vodka to wish me happy birthday.
A shot of vodka. Nobody drinks shots of vodka, Alex.
Alex
You drink
does.
fucking whiskey.
Alex does.
Or you can have that.
Alex does. Nico, thank you. 1922.
I love all of this.
All right. So I had a great cow story. We'll save it. It's a true story. It was
Okay.
my feel
So-
good. But let's
Okay.
oh,
so
we're gonna
my-
do our feel
I'm
good?
just gonna do my feel good real
Oh,
quick.
okay.
My feel good is
Okay.
go out to JT. So Jared
Justin
Taylor.
Timberlake? Oh,
Jared Taylor and Caleb's go out to Black Rifle and look at their Instagram. Jared and Caleb created the Horse Karate
I'm
studio.
scared.
The horse
I'm scared.
the Horse Karate videos. And that made my fucking I was literally sitting on the toilet and I was like, what am I gonna do?
Imagine
And I was
that.
literally sitting on the toilet and I was like, oh my God. Jared and
Is that why you were in there for 30 minutes?
yeah, well, it was like 3 minutes, but it's only like a
No,
1 minute video.
multiplied by 10.
But I watch it 3 times. So go out and watch those guys. Today in history, the impeachment trial of our famous president that I voted for. Motherfucker, I voted for him. I voted for a whole bunch of people that I'm like, I'm very proud of nowadays. So I voted for this guy. And I didn't vote for her because I didn't know who she was. But that's Monica Lewinsky. Do you know who she is? He did not insert.
He did not have sex.
No, he did not insert.
He said he did not have sex with
I
that
did
woman.
not have sex with that woman
Okay, what are
or
you trying to say,
insert
drunk ass?
he was impeached today.
Oh, he was?
Yep.
Because it's important now.
Yep.
Oh, good.
So
grief.
we're just going to say that's.
What does
and
that? What does that even mean? Like nothing?
He was impeached today.
So they're gonna leave him out of the history books?
No, he's definitely been impeached. I have the newspaper downstairs.
Okay, bye-bye.
So anyway,
that's ridiculous that
He
we've
did
been
not
spending money
insert
on that for how many years now?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Alex loves vodka is what Jess says. I drink vodka.
Alex loves vodka.
Should we do we call it
We should make that a
all right?
song.
So do we call it vodka? Vodka.
Vodka if
Vodka.
you're if
Because
you're
remember when we
Russian.
went to Sam and Pov's? And they're
told them this story.
Very Pov's very gangster.
Wow, you're really drunk. First of all, he wasn't gangster. He was just Russian. And you probably shouldn't admit that you know him because if he was Russian gangster, they're going to kill you, which means they're going to kill me.
So all of
So
what
shut
Beth
your
just
mouth.
said, yeah, he said it vodka.
He said, we need another shot of vodka.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
You
So
need
I'm
to
just trying
bring,
get
and the
that.
vodka was so like, I almost think it was homemade because there was no labels on the jars.
No, it was just like it
They
was like a
like-
water bottle.
They
It's
like,
just like a water bottle. It's like, hey, have some of this.
maybe they got
Have
Sky
some of this.
vodka and
It's
just
like
poured
they're
it in.
pressing potatoes in their backyard.
Maybe they
Like, what
just
in the
poured
fuck?
it into clear bottles, but I
You know
got
what?
the feeling. My dad even took a shot of vodka. And he was
Sidney
the one.
Portier died today as well.
Oh,
94 years old.
I love him. He
I
was
don't
so
have a picture of
handsome.
him. I meant to get one, but I don't have it.
So handsome.
He was literally he died at 94 years old. He was the first black man to win an Oscar for Best Actor. That dude, if you go back in that man's fucking actor catalog, he's done everything. And he's had even
All right,
See, that's the
baby.
thing. You're gonna lose a lot of like.
We've
younger
gone
people.
an hour and 40 minutes.
Don't over talk Sidney Poitier.
I love him. I think he's beautiful, man.
You don't even know who he is.
I do know
Is he
who
white
he
or
is.
black?
He's black, bitch.
You sure?
Yeah.
We
He was
love him.
very good looking
All right.
man.
Go hit the like and subscribe button. Let's
Just
do
because what he
one
died
more.
today?
What?
Yes, baby. Sorry.
Yeah, he
It's
just died in 94.
European shine, is what Room Raider said.
One more little cheers, guys.
We love you guys.
We
Thank
put
you
on an
for
hour
putting
and
up with
45.
us and
We put an
hanging
hour-
out with us for
we put
a
almost a
really
2
long
hour
time
show.
tonight. This is what happens when we roll out the vodka. The vodka.
The vodka.
When we do the vodka, we go very long because we go off topic.
We didn't do any
Our
vodka.
COVID topic went really.
But you know what? I'm glad you guys are hanging out here. That's all the point is to make sure that we have an environment that we can all have a conversation
Just
with, right?
have some
So,
combos and
yeah,
not worry
that's
about
fine.
what we're saying.
And if these things end up going longer or shorter or whatever, then
Stay while you can stay, and you stay when you can't. You
Yeah.
can't. You leave when you can't stay.
the problem is we just get
Thank you,
fucked up.
DJ.
We love you guys. So happy birthday to my wife, who will be 42 years old come
Yes.
Monday. Her vagina looks great for a 42-year-old old. All right. Go
Wait,
hit
if
the
it
like
was
and
a 35-year-old vagina, it would look bad, is what you just
no,
said.
if you had a 35,
You should not.
if you had a 30,
Don't wait. Whatever you say, don't say at 42 it looks great because you just insinuated anything less would look worse.
go hit the like and subscribe button.
Thank you, DJ.
And
DJ.
give us
DJ.
a review on iTunes and now Spotify. Just hit the 5-star. If you're listening in wherever you get it, we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, we're on all the places. Hit it, give it a little bit. Thanks to all military and first responders. I'm gonna put a little caveat on that.
Oh.
The reason being is as long as you're not a Canadian dickhead or an Australian asshole cop that's fucking with people.
You know what? Just say
fuck
thank you, first responders, and don't judge anyone.
All the good responders. Cool.
Just thank you, first responders, because they risk
Thank
their
you.
lives no matter what.
We appreciate you. Get the fuck out of here. Go home.
Bye, guys.
Go
We'll
to
see you
your
Wednesday.
beds.
Happy
get some
weekend.
more drinks and go do your fucking
Wow,
things.
you need to go to
Live your
bed.
lives. I love you.
You guys have all seen Greg wasted
Happy
tonight.
birthday to Beth.